beef. Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Oh, come on, Brucifer. This new MME, just like the old MME. Hey, everyone. Thank you. I was sleeping good. Friday night, long week at work, but now I'm ready for some movie talk. I'm joined by Brian and Crazy Joe with the Droid Builders shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a first main topic, but before I get to that, Crazy Joe had something. I'm like, what? I'm like, save it for the stream. Save it for the stream. And we love Crazy Joe here, but I don't know what he's talking about. Crazy Joe, would you take it away, the first topic you're talking about, please?
Oh,
what are you talking about, bro?
Well, we were off stream. We were talking about Star Trek.
Yeah.
And the new season of Picard. And I just mentioned I'm a little worried about the future of Star Trek. And the reason is because we just heard Discovery is ending after 5 seasons, which is typical for a streaming show. Streaming shows rarely last rarely more than 4 seasons. If you get 4 seasons as a streaming show, you're pretty good. And that's because it's subscription based. It's how many more subscribers is this show going to bring in? So I think 5 seasons is, pretty average. But we've also been seeing that all the streamers have been suffering some more money going out than's coming in. And I've read some rumblings that Paramount might be cutting back on spending on original shows. So right now, Picard is ending, Discovery is ending. Strange New Worlds, I think we're going to get a couple more years out of. But I don't think we're going to keep seeing this Star Trek steamroller of just new shows going, because I think they're going to start cutting spending. So I hope we get at least 5 seasons out of Strange New Worlds, but it wouldn't surprise me too much if we're going to get a little less Star Trek.
Oh,
you're not. I kind of, as much as it pains me to hear that.
Oh my goodness!
I kind of.
Oh my god! I have such a different take than you fear mongers. Listen,
think about it. It's practicality.
Listen, every streaming service is cutting back now. And if you think about Paramount Plus, what do you think? Is there Star Trek content? Yes.
Is that the case anymore, though? Because Taylor Sheridan seems to be their bread and butter now with Yellowstone and Tulsa.
Yeah,
King
Yellowstone.
And
Yeah, that
King
too.
of Kingtown and.
Yes. I listen. Ultimately, you can't have this many shows running at the same time. It's very hard to. So yeah, Discovery is winding down. They did 5 seasons. They have other shows. Star Trek is still a big pull for that service. I mean, it's an opinion. But all these streamers are cutting down. And well, Picard was always meant to only be like a 3 seasons, wasn't it, Brian?
That's
true.
Yeah, that's true.
That does kind of put a damper in my my ideas of going.
But it's like I think a lot of us were hoping that there would be a Picard spinoff, like maybe a Titan show or
there's still a strong possibility of that. Basically it's in the same position as every streamer right now. Every streamer is tightening down and doing quality over quantity because the biggest of the bigs, Netflix, has reached a plateau of new subscribers. There's only so many people out there that are going to pay for content. Let's be real. Some people around the world still access the content, but there's only so much cash cow of new paying consumers. So there's not just a big influx of new people. So you get to a point where you have to say, okay, we're not getting this big influx of new subscribers to substantiate constantly throwing all this cash down on content. So yeah, they are going to tighten down. All the streamers right now are tightening down on quantity and focusing on quality. With that said, the Star Trek right now, regardless of what you hear on the YouTubes, Star Trek is eating good right now, and I think it is a major pull for Paramount Plus. I do agree. Yes, Yellowstone is getting award consideration, and there's Tulsa King, which Tulsa King I haven't really been hearing too much about, but I personally would be interested as well. But if you think about Paramount Plus, I think what's the first thing you think about? Probably Yellowstone and Star Trek. So that stuff I think I speculating here, but
but I can kind of see what he's talking about, though. Not getting rid of Star Trek altogether, because that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Scaling back, though, Max. Like,
yeah, I
just
could
going
see there
with
being
Strange
only
New World and then
yeah,
the
I could
animated
see
series.
I could see there being like one live action Star Trek series instead of like 3, which we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I would
Nerdette,
agree on
how's
that.
it going? I'd like to talk to you soon, Nerdette. Do a collab sometime soon. Be pretty cool. Joe likes to press those buttons. I'm just saying this goes along with my main topic today. Oh my God, the sky is falling. It's talking about Captain Marvel 2.
He wasn't saying the sky was falling.
No, I know. I'm just messing with. He's a Joe. Crazy Joe could take it. Crazy Joe could. I think he can. But I understand your concerns, Crazy Joe. I understand your concerns. But I'm just saying this is pretty much par for the course for all streamers. And in my opinion, if you are really concerned about Star Trek, I think it's going to be all right. I'd be very shocked if they cut down multiple shows. And I do still believe that Picard season 3 is a groundswell moment for Star Trek right now. Everyone is being positive about this show, and I think it's only helping their cause for Star Trek content on Paramount Plus. So, I mean, how would you respond to that, Crazy Joe? I think it's really in a positive spot right now. Also, those people, the so sane people that have the biggest issues with Star Trek, you're getting two things. Discovery is ending, is one of the ones that they have the most issues with, and Picard is amazing.
They predicted the end of Discovery. They predicted it every year for 5 years. So eventually they were going to be right.
You get right eventually.
Yeah, throw enough spaghetti at the wall. But, let me mention. Picard is great. Strange New World is great. Lower Decks has a devoted following.
You don't say.
The quality is, and the one no one's talking about is Prodigy, which is fantastic.
Prodigy's amazing.
Yeah, and there's this. It's unfortunately being kind of dismissed by a lot of people as a children's show, so they're not watching it. But it's really good.
It is.
So yeah, no, Star Trek's in a good place. But I don't know that we're going to be seeing as much of it as we have.
The honey train doesn't last forever.
Well, I will agree with you to a point. I think that the amount of shows at the same time was kind of like a once in a moment time that you didn't get that type of situation since the 90s for Trek, right?
Right.
Brian, like that many shows at the same time.
It's been since the late 90s.
So I think it's reached its peak of that many shows at the same time. I think it's going to be comparable, but I don't. Right. Discovery's winding down. Picard probably will have this season. Maybe they'll do one more season based on the success. I don't know. But I do think that the amount of shows is gonna go down slightly. but I think that's also going to help with the quality. Everyone's
Oh.
focusing on quality right now.
Max, did you hear about the Shazam TV spot today too?
No, I did not. No, I did not. That's a good time.
So you know how you were why
Uh,
you know how you were whinging about
What?
you know,
I was
if
not.
we get another headless Gal Gadot, I am done. I'm so pissed.
I said if. I said if.
Maybe you should look up the TV spot, Max.
See, I would have enjoyed that a headless Gal Gadot. That would have been funny.
Oh
That
God,
would have been,
no, that is
that would have been a hilarious
that is
throwback to the
something.
first
It would have
That
been a
is
great
something.
joke.
I
It would have
so
been so
disavow
mad.
that. I
Oh,
so
that-
disavow that comment.
Come on,
I
that would
would've-
have. What if
do
what if the
you-
entire
do you-
Justice League was there and none of them had heads? That
Do
would have
you-
been hilarious.
Do you hear what
Yes.
you're saying, bro?
Yes, it's
Yes.
Do you
funny.
hear what you're saying?
Yes,
I
it
would have
would've been funny.
enjoyed a headless Gal Gadot. I would have enjoyed that. Is like serial killer nightmare fuel.
No,
I would enjoy a headless Gal. Oh my God.
You're being hyperbolic, dude. Come on now.
No, really?
That's not what he was saying. Come on now.
Joseph.
That would have been
That's how it sounded to me.
that would have been a funny gag.
A funny gag?
Yes,
Really?
to have like the whole
Yes.
Justice League show up and you don't see any of their heads.
Yes, it would be pretty damn funny. Based on the one from the first movie, just so what people could freak the hell out. Oh my God.
Or
it
if
would
you
just
want
be
to
goddamn
reverse
funny.
it, just have their heads and don't show them from the neck down.
Holy shit. Crazy Joe. What the hell, man? No. I want the head, all of Gal. I want.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you, buddy. Look. They may or may not have put it in the trailer.
All right, now I'm like, hold on.
Breaking news!
Breaking. Oh, why do you do that without actually? Breaking news. Well, you can if you're gonna do that, Brian. You got to have your own breaking news clip with the Kylo and throwing shit, and then we got to have that drop too. We got to have that drop too. Okay. Hey, and if you're just getting here, we got like 30 people watching and 22 likes. Help get those likes up there. Come on. Help get the likes up. Like 30, 35 likes is what we're aiming for. We would really like 50, but it's really with your support. And CGH is on board. And I forgot to put people's names up here. CGH, how are you doing, man? Are you awake?
Yes.
You better show some energy, man.
Whoa. So much energy.
Oh
Woo.
God. Oh God. Okay. So let me research this this gal. I'm not gonna watch the trailer. We're just gonna skim through the trailer to see what you're talking about. Shazam 2 trailer. Let me look at this here.
It's on Twitter, bro.
Well, help me out. Private chat. I don't see it on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Twitter.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It's trending right now.
I will be real that I'm kind of
Harrison
getting more
Ford all over the
interested
place?
in it a little bit.
God damn it!
I'm kind of more interested in it a little bit here. Let me see. Shazam.
I
Oh,
have
it's
no
trending.
interest in it whatsoever.
Let's see here.
Well, this is the first thing that came up when I was looking. Not Gal Gadot, but Liz Wonder. Congratulations, Liz. Apparently, she's on the red carpet, and she's about to have a baby. That's awesome. With Zachary
Congrats.
Levi. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know.
Who is that?
Okay.
Is that Zachary Levi's wife?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know her.
This is what's trending. I'm trying to see if this includes.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna quote tweet you with it right now.
Yeah, quote tweet me up. Okay.
Quote tweet you.
There's what's her name from The Heights. I forget this actress's name. Isn't she from The Heights? I'm starting to get. I'll be real. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I'm
Okay,
starting to.
I have quote tweeted you, sir.
Okay. Hold on.
I
wait,
just
never mind.
rewatched.
That's a better view, isn't it?
I just rewatched all the Scream movies in preparation for Scream 6. I forgot that Captain Marvel Jr. was in Scream 4. He was one of the cops in Scream 4.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
What was
Now
that?
I'm excited. Damn it!
Max
I
just
told
turned into
you.
Sam Kinison on us.
James Gunn ain't be lying. He's not lying. We didn't boot Gal. They actually show her boots first. We didn't boot Gal. James Gunn.
You calm down.
Oh, I love some Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman. Look at that. Look.
That's Wonder Woman, dude. They put her in the trailer,
Wait,
so
she's
everybody calm the hell
actually in the
down.
movie?
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, San Diego, we're gonna get news that she's back as Wonder Woman.
We won. Rhea says we won. We won. Well, I'm not saying that, Anthony. James
Wait,
Gunn
does that
never
mean
let.
Henry Cavill is back?
Shut up, CJH. Why do you have to make ruin my buzz? No, he's not back.
Salt, man.
Yeah, Salt. Why are you making me? I'm just kidding, CJ.
Henry Cavill's gonna be Batman in Brave and the Bold.
No.
No,
I gotta be
watch him
real.
Be like Superman Prime or something.
I gotta be real. This kind of gets me hyped to see it. Damn it! But I'm not gonna go to the theater.
Well,
I've got other
rumors
stuff.
were correct that Gal Gadot is actually in this movie. So,
Oh, rumors were right. Oh, and Reyes said you have a nice kitty there,
Thank you. This is Sylvie.
Sylvie. Oh, like Loki, Sylvie.
Yep. Well, we had a cat named Loki who sadly passed away, and we decided this is a Loki variant, so we named her Sylvie.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. She seems like a nice kitty.
Yeah, she's a good cat.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Claudia? Did you see this? Did you see this,
No.
Claudia? Look at this.
No.
Look at this. Look at those boots. And look, it's Gal. She's in Shazam. He didn't approve this.
Oh my God.
somebody's excited.
Did you believe it? She was going to be in it? I didn't know. I didn't know what the bullshit they were going to do. Taladia, is that a genuine expression? Oh my God. Well, does that get you interested in Shazam too?
I might go watch it now.
You might watch it now.
You might watch it now. That's funny.
The world champ says he didn't approve this. Reyes says, sorry to hear that, Joe, but that's a nice story. Yeah. Never trust Gunn. She's there. Damn it. Do you see how easy nerds are, Brian? Do you see how easy I am?
I saw it. I was like, dude, that whole stream Max did the other night where he's like, man,
If they get Gal to come out and say, I'm excited for new projects, and then if it doesn't do good box office a week later, well, we're getting a new, I'm gonna lose my shit. Just like they did Henry.
Do that.
See, I was excited for this movie when I heard Zachary Levi was attached. Yeah.
Yeah.
Team
You're
Levi.
You're on your
Team
there.
Chuck. Team Chuck.
Listen, I like Chuck too, but he's kind of cringe with his commentary.
Oh my God! But the first movie was
he's
he's
super
good.
cheesy. I want to rewatch it soon.
God, if we watch our commentary, we're super cheesy too, brother.
Yeah, me.
Who are we to judge?
Let's hope.
Yes, in general.
Let's hope. Wait. Let's hope back CJH does not fall asleep on us again.
Do you hear that, CJH? Lottie calling you out, man.
Calling you out, bro. Oh,
you already fell asleep. What the hell? Rhea says, I'm unsure what exactly Gunn lies up to now.
Sorry, what did I miss?
God damn it. I think some of his statements are being interpreted different ways from different perspectives. Yeah, he likes to cherry pick things. I don't think he's exactly a liar, but he likes to play semantic games. And what's this? Ooh, cool, CJH. Oh wow, the world champ says I'm a hypocrite. If I see this movie in theaters, Max, don't your position. I don't think I'm seeing it in theater. I was planning to go see 65 instead, but I'll be honest, the 65 hype isn't there with the critics right now.
No, but Well, I mean, when I go see Shazam, I'm not gonna go see it in theaters. I'm gonna wait until it comes out.
How do you guys wait? My God.
I
You know,
don't usually wait.
if
I
I
don't
don't
usually.
see a movie on the big screen, it's just God. Watching a movie at home
Look
sucks.
how
I mean,
chill. Look
it
how
just
chill that
does.
kitty is. She's just like.
Yeah, she's a.
I got a big screen TV. That's the thing. I got a big screen TV, so it's all right.
Yeah, I got a big screen TV too. It's not the same though. You're in your house, the phone rings, you look at it, the kids come down, the kids want something, you got animals begging for food, you know. In a theater, it's you in the movie, man. It's just you in the movie.
I understand
And
that.
the
For
guy
me,
sitting behind you, in front of you,
you see, for me,
across the way.
for me personally, because I don't have kids or cats or anything like that, it's fine. And my younger brother's like old, so it's all right.
Mm-hmm. All right. What were you saying, CJH?
I said Joe has a valid point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm excited at least now to see it. I really
I'm
am.
not interested.
That's
I saw
fine.
that and I thought of you, Max. I was like, oh, look at this.
You thought of me. You're like Max is gonna. Max is gonna.
Superhero movies.
He's gonna fangirl out. And he did.
Mixing with the animals in the theater is not fun. Yeah.
You don't bring
Can
your
we get
animals
a
to the
Star
theater.
Wars movie instead of the superhero movies.
Well, ask Kathy Kennedy. Ask Kathy Kennedy.
That's actually not true. I brought a dog to the theater with me once. It was a drive-in.
Okay.
I watched the movie with my.
That's pretty funny. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Hey, Sean must really like the boots. Hey, yes. Listen, if you really go back to the origins of Wonder Woman's character design, there's a lot of,
I'm taking names, man. I'm taking names. If we don't
Taking
get a
names.
Shazam, if we don't get a Shazam 3, I'm blaming you guys. If we don't get a part 3 to my favorite superhero movie of all time, I'm blaming all you guys that were like, I'm waiting for home.
Can we see?
Oh, you're talking about me. Goddamn, I gotta go watch this movie then. Oh,
See, CGH, your audio is like really like low.
Avatar 3.
Avatar 3? That's coming.
Oh yeah, we know about that.
I want original movies.
You want original movies? CGH, they do make original movies and people don't go see them.
Well,
as much as people complain about.
Go see them.
What? You'd like to go see them?
I would like to go see them.
Okay, well, what original movie did you go see in the last year or two?
Well, I guess Avatar is technically, but
see, this is part of the problem. Did you hear this,
well,
man?
I haven't gone to the movies in like a year.
Oh,
yeah. Well, then what are you complaining about?
Then what are you complaining about?
Because
Make original
I watch
movies.
All my movies on
Why are you whinging?
Services.
Then what do you see what I'm saying here? Go
Yes.
make original movies.
You're
Well, I
part
don't
of
go to
the
the theater.
problem.
I don't go.
watch original content on the streaming services.
Okay. But they do make this stuff, and people don't watch it as much or as frequently as the superhero stuff. They don't.
They put original movies on streaming.
CJH is part of the problem.
They put the experiments on
barely show
streaming.
original movies in theaters anymore. Everything's
That's
all the big
because they
budget
do it
stuff.
and people don't go see.
Why risk the money?
Sean said I didn't see the first one.
Not
Voltaire wants to know, so Crazy Joe's favorite films are Shazam and The Last Jedi?
Not even close. Not even
Okay.
close. Favorite films of all time are the Back to the Future trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
The Back to the
that's-
Future.
that's
There's
fair.
nothing better than the Back to the Future trilogy. Shazam
Not
is probably
wrong.
my favorite superhero movie. My favorite solo superhero movie. Like I think my favorite superhero movie is probably Avengers Endgame. But if we're talking like one hero, Shazam's probably my favorite. Last Jedi's my third favorite Star Wars movie. The best Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back.
For me, my favorite film was Batman vs Superman. I went to see that in theaters day one, night one, I should say, and I also really enjoyed watching Endgame as well. I watched Infinity War and Endgame
Mm-hmm.
back to back.
Look at this. Rhea's one up in you, CJH.
Actually, no. I want
can
to
we-
see Tetris. Did anyone see the trailer for Tetris?
Oh yeah, Tetris looks good. The Air movie looks good. Tetris is a streaming movie though. That's going to be on Apple.
Okay, well, this is what Rhea says. I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage, Northman, Pearl, and Amsterdam.
Those
Just the
should
top of my
look
head for original film.
interesting,
Can
but,
we
like,
count Pearl though? That's a prequel. It's a
Yeah,
prequel.
we could count. We could count. It's still not the machine like superhero machine. You know, it's other stuff. So look, Rhea's putting the money where her mouth is, and she's actually, supporting original.
Represent.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Anthony?
So that's what it takes. Well, CJH is like,
Yeah,
well,
you're
watch
fine.
when it comes to streaming. CJH, I'm just messing with you, bro. Don't get,
I know.
but it is there. It is there. You just
Hello,
gotta support.
Max. Hello, everybody.
Okay, your audio again, bro. Anthony, hello.
It was great yesterday.
Yeah. Unbearable
There was
weight,
a new
of massive
Barbie
talent.
movie come out.
Yes. Pearl is a reach for original films, fair Joe, but I put it because it's not a standalone departure. Okay.
True. I'm looking forward to Maxine. Can't wait for Maxine.
All right.
Meg 2.
Meg 2. I want to see the Meg 2.
I had to just
Yeah,
check. The
Gran
last original movie I
Turismo.
saw was Cocaine Bear.
What about Gran Turismo?
Yeah. Gran Turismo, based off a popular video game franchise.
An
it's still
arguably
something
popular
different.
video game franchise.
Yeah.
Hunger Games prequel? No one wants to see that. Don't worry.
Oh, is that new Jennifer Lawrence?
Oh, I wouldn't miss that
Or
for
the
anything.
Wonka prequel.
Hey, come on! I was trying to be funny.
That one cup prequel is definitely moving. That's not coming out in December.
Well, here's the main topic I wanted to discuss. I'm sick of the fear mongering about Marvel. How long has the MCU been going? It's
Well,
such an
they just
easy.
announced that they're recasting half of the majority of the Daredevil cast.
And
Well, why not just recast all of them?
why is it?
Why would
You're
we
at
want
Bro,
least-
that?
the
you're-
reason why she's getting recast, listen, the reason why she's getting recast is because she couldn't make it due to scheduling conflict. The actress is busy. That's all. That's the reason why she got recast. If she didn't have no coming up movies, the girl who played Fisk in the Netflix series, she would have come back perfectly, but she couldn't make it. Simple as that, CJH.
It just would have been so much easier just to recast everyone.
Well, that's how
Why?
life goes. That's how
CJ,
life goes. If
that's
she
his
would,
solution,
it's not her fault that she's
You would
busy.
actually want to recast
She's
Daredevil
busy.
just because there's not a few people from
Well,
the Netflix series.
Yeah, because they were the heart of the show. It wasn't just
But she's a
Charlie
busy
Cox
actress.
show,
The girl who played
like,
Fisk, she's
Vincent.
busy.
show.
All right. Well,
Supporting characters made that show
I wouldn't
Yeah, but
recast.
that,
as much as
Listen,
Daredevil.
we don't know. Listen, we don't know about Foggy or Karen getting recast, but Vanessa, the actress, the leakers, the rumors say that she couldn't make it due to schedule conflicts.
look
So
at
they,
Anthony.
so at
You're
least they asked her, but they couldn't get a schedule from her.
Everyone is like all worried about Daredevil. Look at this. Look at Anthony. I'm gonna pull Max and not watch it if they recast Foggy, Karen, and Vanessa.
They already recast Vanessa, bro. It is what it is, bro. She couldn't make it due to schedule conflicts. Simple as that.
Ow.
We're
it's not the first time the MCU has recast someone. We've already recast Rhodey. We've recast the Hulk. We recast Zachary Levi.
I think we're too greedy. I think we're too greedy. Like I am so excited.
Yes, Brucifer, but I would have.
Bro, the new girl who's playing Vanessa is literally listen. Vanessa's still married with Kingpin. The same events of the Netflix series has already happened. It's just that she's played by a different actress. They're already married, and that's it.
Because
They even in the article to
don't
say
like-
this that's his wife. So they already got married. It's just the same things already happened. It's just that the actress got recast. As simple as that.
I don't like them cherry picking actors.
It's not cherry picking of the actors.
That's what the whole industry's doing, CJ. That's what DC's doing right now too.
But
so
it's fine for James Gunn to do it, but when Marvel do it, it's not fine.
I never said it was
I
fine.
see how it is.
No,
DC to do it.
CJH never said it was fine for James Gunn. He just wants complete reboot everything.
All the time. No matter what.
James Gunn is doing the same. He's taking his cast and putting it in a new soft reboot universe. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what Daredevil is. It's
I mean, it was
reboot.
Yeah.
But you know what's also crazy? It was the fact that it was leaked out by Tom King that he was directing Superman Legacy, and they
We all
removed
knew
the
this.
VOD.
We all knew this. I don't know why this is big news.
The interview got taken down because Tom
it's
King,
so silly. Like I told you from the jump.
Stuff.
I said there's no way that James Gunn's not directing this. I don't know why he just doesn't say it.
Yeah.
There's
You know
no
who
way.
I blame for them not recasting everyone? Sony. Because had they not used Charlie Cox for No Way Home, we've got a new actor.
No way.
Listen,
No way. Marvel's
CJ,
gonna keep
we
them.
accept all of, we listen to all opinions here, but I really think you're in the minority for wanting Daredevil to be recast just because they don't recast.
Bro, why you think the reason why people say save Daredevil?
It's on the level of getting Cavill back, having Charlie Cox back, isn't it? It's like it's that type of thing. Like
Not
a
if
fan
everyone
favorite.
else is. But not
Listen,
that.
do I wish they would have kept the girl who played Vanessa? Sure, but she couldn't make it because of schedule conflict. That is not Marvel fault. That's actors are busy all the time. It's not.
I really think it's on the level of getting Cavill back. It's that type of get for that comic book. What do you think, Brian? It's exciting. There was the Save Daredevil campaign.
No, it's fine. They've already brought back Charlie Cox. It'd just be fucking stupid if they brought back somebody else. Hi guys, I'm Daredevil. Yeah, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. No, it doesn't matter if the ancillary characters are in the show or not. Maybe
Be
they'll
nice,
come by
Senior Nerd. Be nice.
later on. I think it's probably more than likely what would happen. You know, because I think maybe they might center this on the West Coast instead of Hell's Kitchen. But I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Yeah, no, CGH is fine to have his opinion. It's fine. He just really likes fresh take. He likes fresh takes.
Diving into the nuance of reboots.
Yeah, that's fine.
That could make sense. Doing a change of location for Daredevil. I mean, it's like the new Frasier reboot. It's not going to be in Seattle.
Hey, Senior Nerd, you're going to get a timeout if you do that. What the hell, man?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Hell,
where did Daredevil get introduced into the MCU besides Spider-Man?
Last warning
on the West Coast, dude.
We like you, man, but that's not.
Yeah, he was in Los Angeles actually with She-Hulk. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so the West Coast Avengers. I think there's like a whole run with Daredevil being on the West Coast. So like, yeah, no, dude.
Yeah. And also,
I see it.
Daredevil is literally filming in New York City. They're filming in Harlem right now.
Yeah.
So
okay, well, then never mind.
So, it's just it's like some actors couldn't make it. Some actors, and plus, people when they were on the Netflix series didn't have that much of a job back then compared to now.
Mm-hmm.
So. That's how life is.
Maybe the guy who played Foggy is busy doing the. Maybe he's shooting season 3 of the Mighty Ducks or something.
I already canceled the show because of Emilio. Unfortunately.
They canceled it. I heard they were coming back.
Yeah, it was announced.
Oops, sorry.
How many actors?
Season 2 was garbage.
That could have ended up playing Daredevil.
Yes, it was.
And being way better.
I didn't even finish it.
Charlie Cox no longer have that chance.
Bro, that's listen, everybody wanted Charlie Cox. Even Twitter asked for it. If Marvel would have recast Charlie Cox, Marvel would have got a huge backlash.
Yeah.
Huge backlash.
Listen, when you're dealing with
stuff, people would have tucked in the brand new actor who's gonna play Daredevil. So
yeah, when you're talking about this stuff, CJH, it really goes to majority role based on some of these fan favorites. Like if there's a lot of groundswell for a certain portrayal, most likely the studios are going to make it happen, except in DC's situation where it's different. So they're going to make it happen. You know, I understand. We respect your point of view, CJH, but I guess it's subjective. I don't hear a lot of people wanting a fresh.
It's probably just that Feige likes those two actors.
Well, for example, CJH, I think people think Charlie Cox's Daredevil is on the level of Wolverine, you know, of Logan, or who's someone else that they think of, like Patrick Stewart as Xavier.
Well, the problem with that is we don't.
For McAvoy.
How many Batmans have we had in the past?
Yeah, that's fair, CGH. That's fair.
How
Batman
many
gets a
cameras?
lot more. Batman's just Batman very, very rarely fails. Very rarely fails.
But
So
you will never see.
there's always a Batman project. There's always a Batman project.
Like if we had just kept Michael Keaton the whole time, like we wouldn't have got Christian Bale or Ben
True.
Affleck or.
True.
They would have kept Michael Keaton. He would have asked a lot of more money.
You're right. We wouldn't have got those amazing portrayals if we just kept sticking to the. And you know what? As much as I like Hugh Jackman, we could get another amazing Wolverine as well. I agree with you there.
Also, the thing we can't forget is that all of these
Kira,
TV
you are
shows,
so off the wall with your comment. I'm not even like, what the hell, Kira? What is?
Wait, what was Crazy Joe saying?
The thing we got to remember is all these TV shows, Daredevil, the Mike Coulter, Luke Cage,
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they were all sold to us as being part of the MCU. The hashtag was it's all connected. Now then Feige came along and started kind of disregarding them. But I do feel like a lot of the more negative trolly YouTube channels love to throw the term bait and switch out there. They call everything under the sun a bait and switch. But in a way, this kind of is, because we were sold this as this is part of this. And then after the fact, Feige's like, maybe this isn't part of this. I kind of feel like you owed it to the fans to keep those casts, because they got attached to those casts in the first place, thinking it was part of the MCU.
No, Ray, I don't know what you're talking about, because I've been wanting for Luke Cage to come back. Or is there some buzz that he is?
No, I mean the actors are into that coming back, but I mean Mike Coulter, I
That
think
would
Coulter,
be
yeah,
something I'd
he's
be
like,
open
say,
for a recast. So like
he's up for
Heroes
it. He
for
will
Hire.
come back if they ask him, but it's like if
Iron Fist
Marvel
was
doesn't
trash.
ask him, he'd be okay for them to recast Luke Cage.
Right now, Mike Coulter
Yeah.
is busy on the most underrated show on Paramount Plus,
That is
Evil,
true.
which if you're not watching Evil, my God, check out
Is
Evil.
it like a
And he's
horror?
also
Yeah.
doing a movie franchise with what's his name?
Hey, Mask is Shy.
Austin, no, Gerard Butler. So we like Plane got a sequel, and it starts shooting later this year too. So
I could
Mike
see him
Coulter's
coming
doing
back. Like I could see him coming back as Luke Cage for an episode or two of Daredevil, but I don't know that he has the time in his schedule to be doing a Luke Cage series.
He's a perfect Luke Cage.
He's very busy actor.
Oh, wow. You're getting all Evil is amazing. Evil is so good.
That's one of the best shows on television that nobody
Hey,
talks about.
Hey, and if you're just getting here, we got 37 watching and 25 likes. Can we get up to 30? That would really help us out here at MME. We are rebuilding. We're doing a lot of great stuff here. I would really appreciate the support. Help get us to 30. Help get us to 30 likes.
And I believe the girl who
Evil.
played Jessica Jones is coming back as well. There's rumors that she's coming
Oh
back.
yeah, I think hers is for sure.
Yeah, and
I
then,
think she even she was exercising or in the gym and she had a shirt on that hinted yes.
and she's also doing like she's busy too. She's doing a prequel of what's that famous TV show? The Orphan Black. Yeah, she's doing a prequel for that.
Orphan Black's such a good show.
Yeah, so she might be busy, but she could make her appearance in Daredevil. Who knows?
You know, there's also a rumor going around that Chloe Bennett is going to be back as Quake in the what's it called? The TV show, The Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Well, let's look at this new buzz about. I put Captain BS, Jeff Snyder. I like the hot mic. I like rumors and speculation, but I'm so sick. It's like the easiest and it's the lamest thing to do to hear when you hear a project is being delayed or worked on to just throw major shade on the project and say, I'm hearing there's lots of problems with this project. I'm hearing it's a disaster. And I honestly, you don't need a source to play this game. Honestly, you don't need a source. And how many years have we been hearing that the MCU is in trouble since it started? Right, Brian? Since the MCU started, we've been hearing.
Yeah.
They're trying to convince you. Oh, Superdad's here.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Jade. Yeah. So I'm just sick of this, and it all comes from one source now. And this is where I say, why did I put Jerry? Well, there was someone on Twitter that was hugging the wax version of Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and I was like, I've Jeremy's head on my desktop for various reasons.
I forgot they have those statues that look really
but I'm basically saying this is where I've gotten to the point with the anti-SJWs. It's the same thing. Jeff Snyder's doing the same thing. Is grifting off, and all the other movie pundits. Oh, Marvel's in trouble. How many videos do you see that? Week after week after week. There's a lot of, things are not doing good in phase 4. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. They make small adjustments. Yes, it's not making as much money as it used to be. And there's some more criticisms, but it's doing fine. They introduced Disney Plus shows. They saw how far they could take the brand. Every company does this, like toy manufacturers. If they have a hit product, they keep introducing new variations to see how far they can push the money train, the gravy train. And then they get to a point where they start diminishing the returns and they start competing with their own products. At that point, you take it, you scale back, and then you start focusing on quality over quantity again. Would you have a hit item, a hit product? Unfortunately, what they do, look at the Funko Pops, what they're dealing with right now. Unfortunately, there's huge Funko Pops in landfills because they had a hit product and they keep going, they keep producing while it's hot, and then you get to a point where part of the problem.
Oh my God!
You always greatest DC hero of them all.
Whenever you have a hit product,
I cannot stand for this.
He took it out of the box, so he can't stand for it.
Well, yeah, they got to breathe. I'm not going to let them die.
Whenever you get a hit product, you have to do this. You have to start saying whenever you start the still, unless you're Warner Brothers, where you just start greenlighting everything, and you get in a situation that's putting your whole company at risk. You have to scale back once you get to a point and see.
What they should do is what they were originally going to plan. I don't know if they're still doing that.
Okay.
Those presentations on Disney Plus, release them, tell the origin story.
Pretty low. You speaking low.
And then have a big event film.
Okay.
That brings in people.
Because
what of all the Marvel movies, what do most people go see? They see the Avengers. They see the big event films. They don't see the smaller ones.
Okay.
I keep saying Disney Plus has killed the second weekend box office.
Well,
people just go see it opening weekend, and they wait for the release on Disney Plus. Everyone who keeps wanting to say, "Oh, the MCU's dead," I keep saying you fix the release calendar before you can make that judgment. Because if people are just going to keep waiting to Disney Plus, the quality is irrelevant. They're just going to wait.
Well, this is an excellent comment, World Champ. Thank you for this support in the channel as well with the $4.99. I'm definitely wanted to cover this. Sorry, Max, but this might be true. Grace is hearing the same thing, but wants to give Brie benefit of the doubt. Den of Nerds is saying that this is true too. Here is Grace
Den of
Randolph
Nerd.
in Den
Come
of
on, bro.
Nerds secret. Yes, they also have some sources. Whenever they come out after someone else comes out, they are just co-opting what Jeff Snyder said. This all comes from one source. All the articles are coming from Jeff Snyder from the Hot Mic, John Roca. So they jump on a bandwagon when they hear something, especially if it sounds plausible, it's easily digestible. It's so easy to say, I'm concerned about the Marvels. Why? Because it was pushed back. It is the easiest thing to do to cast doubt on it. And then if it comes out and it's great, like, wow, they pulled it together, and you don't seem like you were wrong on your speculation. They, in my opinion, are just jumping on the bandwagon like they do. You know, when like My Time to Shine Hello comes out with something, and then Grace says, I'm hearing the same thing. Where are you hearing it from? You might be hearing it from on Twitter. That could be her source too. Yes, she has a source, but her source also could be Twitter or other scoopers. This is the game. Look at the proof in the pudding. We go through websites where they talk about rumors, and sometimes they have their own exclusives, but half the time they are sourcing Giant Freaking Robot. They all rely on each other. They all have sources, but the most truest thing that I've heard about scoopers is, how do you have a scoop every week? That's what's ridiculous when you have like
Unless
you're
really Mike to Zero, and then you're from the future.
But in my opinion, the world champ, to answer your comment here, I think they are jumping on what Jeff Snyder said, and all this talk right now that's happening this week about the Marvels is all starting from Jeff Snyder. And I think they're just like, oh yeah, because they get clicks off that shit too, right, Brian?
That's true.
Race and Den of Nerds get clicks off that shit when they could say, oh yeah, sky is falling. Just that Jeff Snyder started the gravy train, and it's no different than Jeremy and what the Friday Night Tights are doing. I almost said the other one on Friday night. About saying Marvel's doom. It's the same thing, just a different way of doing it. Right now. What's that, CJH?
They're in a whole lot of trouble right now.
Oh, really?
I
have no idea.
Something major happened.
Okay, I have no idea.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah. The world champ $1.99. Superhero movies are dying. MCU and gun lameness.
They're not dying. If they were dying, they would.
No, this is his opinion. The world champ. I disagree respectively with world champ. I think there's a lot of projects out there. I just think if something has changed, this is what I think has changed, because the market is overwhelmed with product. People are not going to accept average or below average product anymore. It has to be above average or great to succeed. Is that fair?
This take right here,
yeah,
on Twitter, kind of ties into like, if how many Disney movies get released each week? It's like they're competing with each other at this point. So this person, they made a point with Solo's downfall was not Last Jedi. It was the fact that they released it between Infinity War and Deadpool 2.
Here's the thing where I find an issue with that, CGH. It's multiple factors that hurt Solo. Yes, the release date caused the problem. Like, people, there's no like one thing. It's the drama with the director, the release date, and the reception of Star Wars, and then trying to put the cart before the horse with the gravy train of Disney Star Wars with 2 movies a year before they were prepared to. You know, there was a lot of things that affected that. It's not. I don't think it's just one thing.
Put it in December. So.
Yeah, Voltaire. I absolutely. Yeah, when James Gunn and Josh had an altercation on Twitter, I think for sure his source told him that Cavill's not coming back, and that's why he said that. Yeah.
Have you noticed though, like a lot of the movies that are now released in December have become billion-dollar films?
December movies?
Well, that's because everybody is out in December. The kids, they have school breaks. You get some more screening for family. and stuff like that. So of course anything could hit $1 billion in December.
Yeah.
A strange phenomenon about Memorial Day weekend too. Solo
Yeah,
opened on
Memorial Day
Memorial
too.
Day weekend,
Yeah.
but Memorial Day weekend is in recent years a dead spot for the movies. The movies do terrible on Memorial Day weekend for some odd reason, which is odd because when I was a kid, Memorial Day weekend was the weekend you wanted to release your movie. All the Star Wars movies up through episode 3 opened Memorial Day weekend. Force Awakens was the first one to switch to Christmas. But in recent years, I think we've had like one movie that opened on Memorial Day weekend that was a huge hit. I don't know what happened to that weekend, but that weekend went from being the
Was that
weekend to
Shang-Chi,
being
right?
dead.
That was
What's that?
Shang-Chi, right? That was Shang-Chi, right? That was
Might have
that was
been. No, because Shang-Chi opened in September.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, this is Senior Nerd says, honestly, it makes sense if Brie Larson is being difficult to work with. Everyone has an ego, even the most nice person. You're absolutely right, Senior. Everyone has an ego. But why do people assume the worst all the time? It's just because we're too
Salacious headlines.
Yeah, because I really besides her announcement about Wrinkle of Time, there is no hint that anyone really has an issue with Brie Larson. Actually, it's quite the contrary. People that have worked with her say she's a really great person to work with.
She's really, yeah, she's really close with Sam Jackson. They're like the best of friends.
People like she's snarky. She rubs people the wrong way with her humor.
What happened
She's
is,
sarcastic.
like, people saw a spike in views for Brie Larson, so they jumped on the bandwagon.
What's the issue with Brie Larson now? What are they saying about her now?
No, World Champ. I'm not getting into that part of it, but honestly, I'm just saying they're doing something similar. Not exactly the same, but something similar. Casting doubt on Marvel is a grift. It's a grift, right? Casting doubt on the future of Marvel is a grift. And if it was actually true, you wouldn't be getting videos, because stuff that's actually dead doesn't have trending content. People trying to convince you that something's dead is a grift, right? I mean, am I wrong there, Crazy Joe? Brian?
Oh yeah, they were waiting. They were like waiting with bated breath for the moment when Marvel was vulnerable, because if they had said like 3 years ago, like if they had gone after Marvel 3 years ago, their audience wouldn't have bought it. Their audience would have been like, that exposes the grift. Like, you can't go over something that is obviously popular, because then, it's like you wait until there's blood in the water, and then they go after it.
World Champ is Movie Madness Entertainment. I've never seen Disney or Bob Iger this spooked. They're truly panicking. Star Wars is a mess theatrical. Bob Iger is talking nonsense about Marvel. They're in trouble. I know people are very.
Not even a little bit.
I know people are responding to the Deadline article, and people are overreacting, in my opinion. Just like John Campea. I didn't watch the show today, but John Campea was like, "Oh man, massive changes." You don't know massive changes. He just asked a question. He didn't say this is definitively not going to happen. He says, "Do we?"
What they need to do is start instead of big budget films. So,
okay,
release little small budget films, like, I don't know, take chances on superhero, like Deadpool.
Okay.
For example.
Deadpool's going to be fine.
Deadpool, the price, I don't know what the exact numbers was to make Deadpool, but they made their money back.
Yeah. Okay, but here I want to respond to the World Champ, because you're giving great commentary today, World Champ, and this is how a lot of people
Basically,
feel
what
like.
I'm trying to say is that movies are way over budget.
Oh, absolutely. They should be able to make movies for a lower budget. That's going to make the whole industry healthier. I agree with that.
Yes. If you make
part of the reason it's over budget is because, just like James Gunn said, they start filming before scripts locked. Well, no, that too, but that also is part of. They work on special effects that they might change.
Also, the budget also go into the actors. Look at Joker 2. The budget is $150. You want to know it's $150 because of Lady Gaga, Todd Phillips, and Joaquin Phoenix. the salary, and
but
plus they had to pay for locations as well.
Yeah.
So yes, a lot of
Well,
whole different stuff.
Star Wars is its own problem right now, World Champ, because they haven't been getting any movies on track. Now, Bob Iger, they act like he's him asking a question about what the potential of the future of Marvel is actually like. Then you're never going to get a third or fourth movie in a franchise anymore. He's just saying, do we need this for every character? Is just a genuine a question to ask. And I think the consensus is a lot of people are like, no, we don't need that anymore. I would like it, but I don't think we need it anymore. He's not saying, it's not like he's going to crack the whip now. Oh, every third, fourth movie is canceled. No, he's just saying it has to be justified. For example, Black Panther. I think they left it off. I think we absolutely need a Black Panther 3, especially after seeing it a second time, right? But not like in Ant-Man 3. Did that necessarily need to happen?
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I think when they do the next Spider-Man movie, it's going to be less a big event like.
Well, they experiment all the time.
Special effects. It's going to be more grounded. It's going to be like
That's up to Sony, not Marvel.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me. Skira, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that really Ryan Cannell in the chat?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Okay. Let me see. I haven't tried to catch up. Thank you, Ryan Kennel. You should try some great content. Oh,
they only bought Fox let's be honest. They only bought Fox for the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
I don't believe that.
Well, I think that was a major pull, CJ. But there's a lot of things that they got from that I don't know if Hulu was part of it. Yeah. I don't know if it was part of the Hulu part 2, but they got Alien franchise from that.
Well, now they're talking about selling Hulu for
they're not selling Hulu. They're not
the
selling
rights of the Hulk and.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's not how it works.
We'll see. I've heard that too. We'll see. Okay, so World Champ $4.99 max. If the Marvel hype was still there, even if Ant-Man selected, it would have done better at the box office. That's how it used to be. Now, not anymore.
We're also talking past the fucking pandemic.
I just told you why, World Champ. It's Disney Plus. People go opening weekend and then they wait to see it again on Disney Plus. The second weekend box office is dead. The only movies that do good second weekend box office are the ones that don't have a streaming component, like Spider-Man. Sony doesn't have a streamer. The Maverick, Tom Cruise had it contractually that couldn't go to streaming. Avatar, like these are the movies that do well. Week after
let's
week.
be honest. It's also the fact that people can't afford to watch movies 15,000 times.
Here's the simplest. We're gonna move on here, but here's the simplest thing. If you build it, they will come.
Like talking about how dead theaters are.
Well, if you build a good product, people will come.
I mean,
on the opening weekend. They won't go
people
back a
can't
second.
even afford their groceries. What makes you say
movies
that
have
they
never
go
been
see a movie
CJ, movies have never been cheaper. The movies have never been cheaper.
Always make room for entertainment if it's good entertainment. They always do.
Yeah. AMC A-List, Regal, Unlimited. I go to the movies. I pay $20 a month. I go to the movies multiple times a week.
Yeah. Zeno says, I'm not hyped for Marvel movies anymore because the high-profile characters like Iron Man and Captain America are gone. Captain America's still there. Captain America 4 with Sam Fisher. Or wait. Sam...
I think you mean Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't owning Fox also give the licensing for the original Star Wars films? Not sure if that's... I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah. The original was the only one that was owned outright by Fox.
Mm-hmm. No,
it was mostly streaming content. They wanted The Simpsons. They wanted like all those. They wanted the Fox library of movies. It was all they were looking for streaming.
They own Aliens. They own Hellraiser. They own a couple of good franchises at Fox too. They own
Putting movies.
they own Die Hard, I believe. So
Yep.
So
Yep.
if
Buffy
they
the
want to do
Vampire
reboot,
Slayer.
yeah, they own a lot of good stuff at Fox.
Well, let's get through the topics because I also told Brian that I'd watch Picard, and I'm sorry it's getting later, man. I apologize. I just want to. Well, I'll bring up this
And
part.
also Creed 3 and Scream 6 is not on the streaming. It's not streaming, so it doesn't have the 45-day release date, so that doesn't count.
Creed 3 is a Warner Brothers release, though. That could end up on HBO. HBO's been very, very on the fence with how they're releasing things lately.
And also, like,
Sam Wilson is literally Captain America.
You know what? If they were to make a movie, like a legacy movie for Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, it would make a lot of money.
Okay. All right, let's listen to this real quick. Not a lot. I hope this is where he talks about Captain Marvel. It says the Marvel. Let me see. I don't see where else it would be. Okay.
I think this will really surprise anybody who is plugged into the industry.
Can you put it
I've
up?
heard-
I can't hear that.
Again, don't
You
don't
can't
get mad
hear?
at me. I've heard Bree's a
I'm not too
nightmare.
Oh,
You know?
Oh, see, this is the same thing that Grace Randolph does. The same people are not. I really dislike this. It's a lot of gossip, rumor. You know, I don't like throwing this much shade on the talent in it. She's a nightmare. Okay, see, this is where it all starts from, and I believe that both Josh from Den of Nerds and Grace are just running with this commentary from Jeff Snyder. I really do. This is where it starts. Now everyone acts like it's a fact, and no one's there for the truth. They're there for the accusation. You know, Brie is a nightmare. That's really uncool unless you're absolutely sure. I don't like that at all. But that I'm just telling you, everyone's saying, oh, multiple people are saying this week. It's really coming from this. This is the source of it. One person said that, and now everyone's acting like it's a fact. You've seen this happen, right, Brian? Now everyone's
but I
acting
don't
like
care,
it's
dude. Nobody gives a shit about fucking Brie Larson, man. Like
I wouldn't mind having that nightmare. Ayo.
Okay.
No, I mean,
All
I
right.
just like this is this regurgitation. I mean, like you say, you keep saying it. This is what they do. This is what they do. It's like, yes, this is what they do. It sucks.
The reason I'm covering it, Brian, is people are consistently acting like it's a fact now that she's a nightmare. I'm saying,
well, they've been doing that since those goddamn interviews for Endgame. Remember?
They also tried to say she was a bad actress. She has an Oscar.
They've been doing this shit for years, man.
No, but they do similar things, Senior Nerd. All I'm saying is everyone needs to slow down and hear all this thing from Josh Den of Nerds, Grace Randolph. I'm saying this started this week because Jeff Snyder said this on a podcast. And now the other scooper gang are getting in on it because they get lots of clicks on that. Don't believe everything you hear is all I'm saying. It's certainly possible she's a nightmare, but this is really just one source. And all the articles I've looked at, all source Jeff Snyder. So all the multiple places you're hearing all come from one person this week. That's all I'm trying to drive home here. Let's just hear what else he has to say.
I don't think I'm the first person to say that, and I've heard that she's really clashed with Teyana Paris.
Wow.
And that like it has like led to some strife, and that is sort of behind the delay.
Wow.
That is one thing.
Wait. Don't just skip past that. That is massive. So a lot of people were thinking that the delays were done.
Now we're entering the realm of gossip.
Okay,
Yes,
but a lot of people felt
from a good place.
Yeah.
A lot of people felt that this was delayed because of that interview and Feige wanting to take some time and spreading stuff out, and Iger coming in and saying, "Hey, let's not put everything on top of itself. Let's take a little bit of time in between these things." Now you're saying that the delay is because there are issues between
Easy to
Brie
say.
Larson and Teyana Paris. Any is Iman Vellani in between mom and dad fighting? Like what? Mom and mom fighting? What are you hearing about this back and forth? Is the delay because is it a reshoots issue? Is it a still shooting the principal photography issue? What's the issue?
I've heard, first of all, she was upset that the movie's called The Marvels.
Oh, because it's not her.
It's not Captain.
For fuck's sakes, dude. This is the part of movie talk I can't fucking stand. It's so stupid.
But people care about this, Brian. I have to cover it.
It's so obvious, though. I mean, Jesus H. Criminy, man. Like, for a viewer, like, do you feel like your intelligence is assaulted by watching this? Like,
this is where everything starts from. This is all the article. Brian, I am doing my due diligence as a movie pundit that everyone's saying doom and gloom for Marvels this week because of this. This is the inciting incident that started all these articles and people talking. This. Yes. People are taking it as a fact. How long have we been on this game that people start accepting things as fact? Okay, this is rumors. Brian Chubby Teddy says, "Boo these guys, boo these guys." But Jesus Christ, I understand your frustration, Brian, but I am going to cover this stuff to get to the source of the inciting incident as to where all this stuff is being spread. No, that's not what I'm saying, senior nerd.
Well, just wake me up when we watch Star Trek, man.
Okay, I will. I will do that for you, Brian. I will do that for you. Oh, hey, you have any commentary on this, Crazy Joe, Taladia, Anthony?
Not really. I don't believe scoopers at all. I believe the term reliable scooper is a oxymoron.
Here's my take on it. I believe scoopers have sources and about projects going through. I really dislike when they say, like, when they're really like, "Us, did you hear he's a douche? Did you hear she's really difficult to work with?" I really don't like that kind of stuff.
Gossip, dude.
Yes.
If she was that difficult
Because
to work with,
honestly, I heard the same about Jeff Snyder. I just don't go spreading that all around.
I heard this Mad Max.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of oh shit.
He is impossible to work with.
Oh
so,
yes.
Like, yeah. No.
Yeah, don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you hear. Yeah, Chubby Teddy likes you. Crazy
listen, if she was really pissed about the movie not being Captain Marvel 2, then she would have say something to Feige. Oh, I wanted to be Captain Marvel 2.
That's the easy thing to say. It's the easy thing to say.
Captain Marvel 2 with 2 O's. Captain Marvel 2 because there's different Captain Marvels. You get it? Oh man!
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
Right. Get some.
Frankly, I'd prefer if it was Captain Marvel too.
I believe it. Yeah, this is TMZ material. This is where I say if you have a problem with Mikey Sutton and Geek Aussie, that's fine. But they're all the same. Everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's doing the same thing. Rhea emphasizes with you, Brian.
Source.
The Brie speculation is largely rooted in press transgressions from isolated incidents during her Captain Marvel marketing. There's no name dropped accounts of other things. Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. All right, let's hear just a little bit more of this.
Marvel and Captain Marvel too. Everybody else got Thor, everything like that. This is the Marvel.
I can understand that.
So listen, I'm just saying that she's not alone necessarily on this. This next person I want to talk about is not on the same level.
Okay.
But she's an Oscar winner.
This is like
right. Brie Larson is an Oscar winner. Yeah.
Brie Larson's an Oscar winner. And they have a certain expectation of the way they're going to be treated, the way their idea right. And this is the other thing. This is the other thing with both of these people. I'm going to bring up the other person too.
Yeah.
She was cast as Captain Marvel before everything, right? Before there was a director, before there were writers.
Right. Yes.
He's Captain Marvel.
Yes.
So she thinks of this as this is her movie, right? Rather than this is a Marvel movie that she's the star in.
Right.
This is how it's been described to me. Who else?
Here's the okay. That's where we'll leave it off because I don't want anyone to get it. But here's the other thing: the people that talk in the industry that are sources are the ones that gossip too much. Also, about their fellow coworkers. They're the top. There's the people that you should actually. Your employers don't actually want you to. So this does happen, and the people that are sources are the gossipers, right? Is my opinion. Is that fair? Crazy Joe? You know,
Sure.
the people. So I also take that into consideration. But I think we've proven the point of where this is coming from. Don't take it as a fact that the Marvels is doomed. Of course, it is a high-profile, high-budget project. And whenever you put more money and you have a delay, there's more risk involved with that project. But I whenever someone says, "Oh, she is a nightmare," that is just coworker gossip. And you know what? Every single one of us, especially if we were as popular as Brie Larson, there would be someone that would come forward and say, "Oh, they're a nightmare to work with." Just keep that in mind. Every single one of you. I don't think there's any of us here that wouldn't have someone like, "Oh, I heard," you know, behind the scenes.
Isn't Tom Cruise difficult to work with?
Oh, see.
There you go.
You're doing the same thing. Okay. All right.
I heard Max is hard to work with.
I heard that all over the internet this last
Brian
month.
is hard to work with.
I could co-op
everybody's
that.
hard to work with.
CJH is a nightmare.
Oh God.
I know.
CJH is a nightmare. Crazy Joe. Oh my God.
Don't even get me started.
Taladia is the worst.
I don't
This is
like.
the Festivus,
I don't.
the Festivus airing of grievances.
I don't like the
Wow.
fact that this
What
stream
did
is called
Talabia
MME. How come
ever
it's not
do
called
to you?
Crazy Joe 2?
Right?
Yeah.
Mark II.
Wouldn't want to be Photon nowadays. Anthony's a disaster. He's just like his. Thank you. What do you
I'm
think,
the
Anthony?
real star here.
You're the real star. Good. Okay, take over.
I'm just sick of tired hearing the same old shit about Brie Larson. That's it. It's whatever. It is what it is. I mean,
That really sucks.
like, just stop with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Chubby Teddy says Jeff Snyder. Oh, what did I say? Zack Snyder. Jeff Snyder is like an 8th grader who loves the gossip. What a tool. Absolutely. Okay, so let's get to some rapid fire topics because I got a pal here that likes to watch Picard with me, and I've been.
Ooh, Bigfoot has been spotted.
Okay, I'll be back because you're gonna take some time, I assume, right?
I'll message you when I'm gonna do.
I go handle some errands.
Did you?
I'm gonna be on the stream.
Before you go, did you hear that? I'm trying to get on track, and then CJ just like, "Did you hear about Bigfoot?" I'm like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk about Bigfoot. I'll be here. I'm just gonna go take care of
We
some
don't talk about Bigfoot.
right? Because he doesn't exist.
We're up to 31 likes. Can we get to 40? 40. If Max had his way, MME would be titled Me, Me, Me. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. All right. Now, this is a great thing. This is amazing. Let me actually timestamp this.
I love it. I love it already.
You don't know what it is?
Well, that's the point.
Keanu Reeves. Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Bill and Ted 4?
Something amazing Keanu Reeves is doing.
Bill and Ted 4?
John Wick.
And this could also help. This can also help the Academy Awards. They should listen to this.
The Oscars? Hell no.
Marcus, if I responded to you and I was threatened, then I would be a coward.
No, thank you, Marcus. Have a good night.
World Champ asked, how do you feel about people making competing shows against MME? I'm often imitated, never duplicated MME. That's all I got to say. Healthy competition is fine.
There's only so many
MME is one of a
hours
kind.
during the day. There's obviously going to be overlap.
Yeah. Yeah. Let Mark. No thanks, Voltaire.
What is the article they pulling up?
Yeah, thank you. To get me back on track. Thank you, Anthony. Hold on, let me. Now I can't find it.
I mean, I'm
have too
making
many-
live streams for the next couple days if I can try.
Awesome. Keanu Reeves calls for Best Stunts Oscar. That's amazing. Yes, these talented people put their lives at risk to perform these awesome stunts for these action movies. No CGI here. Well, CGI helps it. And I can't believe, it's sad to think that there's not a best stunt Oscar. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine how much good press that would get? What do you think, Crazy Joe?
I mean, there's certainly merit in that. I did hear John Campea brought this up recently, and he brought up the fact that a lot of times people won't know what's a stunt and what isn't, because if they're done well, you maybe can't tell.
But don't they need rewarded just like everyone? The special effects everyone.
I would think so.
This is a freaking no-brainer.
Absolutely.
Taladia, what do you think?
I think this is a no-brainer because people who do the stunts deserve to get awards.
Yeah. Anthony.
Oh, I'll be up for it on stunt people.
Wouldn't it even help with the press for the Academy Awards?
It'll be interesting to add that for like it's stunt get award. Yeah, I'll be down for that. They deserve it.
But then
risk
Tom
their lives
Cruise,
24/7.
Tom Cruise would get a ton of rewards.
Well, he might be nominated, but does he do the best stunts? He does some of his own stunts, but there's other people. Yeah. CJ, you don't think isn't this a good idea?
Yes and no.
Explain the no.
Well, no, if it's like actual actors doing their stunts, they just
I completely disagree with you. If actual actors, you think they're going to get preferential treatment? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I see that aspect, but I think if actual actors do participate in stunts, that's an amazing thing. Todd Fayer, $10. Thank you, Todd. Max, do you think the Martha line of BVS and the horrible Lex Luthor in BVS divided the Snyder fan base? No, the Snyder fan base loves BVS. What divided the Snyder fan base is everything that happened after the Snyder Cut was released. Some people were happy enough. Some people think everyone should move on. The Snyder fan base at that time was pretty much together up until the release of the Snyder Cut. And that Martha line is one of my favorite lines in comic book movies because I didn't even think of it. I'm like, it's so simple. But yes, both their mother's names are Martha. Why did you say that name? It stopped them in his tracks.
That was pretty loud.
Simple, but
it stopped
effective.
him in his tracks. It was a beautiful, Crazy Joe. What do you think of that line? That's a beautiful line. You're muted.
Do you know there's an alien mothership inside the solar system?
How's that?
You're saying random stuff, CJ. So I'm trying to stay on top. Go ahead.
Yeah.
See,
I'm not a huge Zack Snyder fan at all. I don't
But
like
that
most.
line.
I don't like most of his movies, and I loved that line. I think people really misunderstood that line because people took it as, "Oh, their mom was the same name, so they stopped fighting." And it's like, no, it humanized the character in
yes,
his
he didn't
eyes.
think he thought him as an alien, an outsider, and someone that brought destruction to his co-workers, the building to collapse, and then that he kept thinking
I'll
him
be
as
honest,
an
I
object
never-
instead of a person.
I never noticed that they're both of them mom has the same name. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
But you gotta realize that the general public are pretty stupid.
I mean, they always are. It's not no surprising about that. It's not.
But I think it's a beautiful line.
So
Yeah,
you
I enjoyed the
to
line.
dumb
I
it
enjoyed it.
down.
And the Lex Luthor, Todd, I have less people defending that version of Lex Luthor, but if I put this is how I try to sell the Snyderverse to people that aren't fans. I'm like, if you actually think of Lex Luthor in the real world or Superman in the real world, if the Superman really existed, there would be people protesting Superman because he's an alien, he's an outsider. They not everyone's going to be 100% behind Superman. Is that accurate, Crazy Joe? If he exists in the real world?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, there would be people protesting, not trusting him, and then Lex Luthor. If you're talking about current day and age, a lot of the moguls are kind of weird. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Elon Musk. They're kind of dorky, weird nerds. Elon Musk has a really weird Twitter account. And I'm not saying I dislike him, But that is accurate to that version of Lex. He's a very weird businessman that makes a lot of money, and he's awkward. And
It
it's
should
just,
never
it's
been the
just
main
accurate.
DC though. It should have been its own universe.
Yeah.
Its own Elseworld.
Todd Fair, another $10 super chat. Thank you for the support, Todd. Max, do you think Superman snapping necks and not caring about damage to humans with his fight with Zod also divide the fan base? Thank you for the super chat, Todd. What I would say is, show me the proof that he doesn't care about humans.
I agree
because he actually snapped the neck to save humans, and it brought him great pain. Like, people say he's a murderer, but people, soldiers,
Imagine killing your
law
own
enforcement
kind.
across
That
the
would
world.
hurt.
Yes, there's problems with law enforcement, but when they stop someone and that's about to kill someone else, they're called a hero. And then they don't take. There's no joy in Henry Cavill's performance of when he did that. He was screaming out in pain when he did that. He did not. That was actually very much in line with Superman's character to me, subjectively, is that it took so much effort and great pain for him to actually end Zod's life, because that was one of the last people from his home planet, and he would not stop. Zod basically played chicken with Superman in that scene. He's like, I'm not gonna stop trying to kill people. You're never gonna stop me. Were they gonna try to lock him up? They could not stop Zod. He was causing destruction everywhere. And it was great. That was so emotionally charged, that scene, for me. I know people act like people were hyperbolic and say he's like a murderer in that scene, but the acting in there was perfect. There was so much pain in his face when he did that, to me.
I'd agree with Todd 50% here. Not with the killing of Zod. The killing of Zod has basis in the comics. He killed Zod in the comics too back in the 80s.
And
but
in the Christopher Reeves movie,
he did not kill Zod in the Christopher Reeve movie.
Wait,
he threw
didn't?
Zod down into a cavern. We never saw Zod die. And in fact, there was a deleted scene where we see that Zod in fact did not die. There was a holding area down there, and we see the North Pole police arresting the now human Zod. So they cut that scene from the film, but the intent was never that Zod was dead. He was basically thrown into a holding chamber that was down there. But in the comics, he did kill Zod.
But here's the thing, though, Crazy Joe. Superman did blow up the Fortress of Solitude in the Donner Cut.
That's true. That's true. And also, yeah, but supposedly Zod had been taken away by the police before then.
Yeah, I remember that scene. That was fun.
Well, Zod. Well, Todd, I almost called you Zod, Todd. Well, Todd, that was a great little segue. I love defending BVS, and I appreciate you supporting the channel in that way. I do want to kind of get back on track to the stunt Oscar, though. I think this is needed. I like that he is the front man for this. He has a great relationship with a lot of stunt teams in Hollywood. I like Keanu Reeves. I'm so on board to support this. If there's a hashtag, I would get behind this hashtag for sure. How can we spread awareness that stunt performers need to be recognized by the Academy? It's like we shouldn't even have to be doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't even have to be doing this. Do you agree, Crazy Joe?
I agree, but my question is this a publicity stunt?
Well, of course. Yes.
See what I did there? Stunt.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did there.
I
see what you did there, Crazy Joe.
Yes, it is a publicity stunt for John Wick 4's coming out. But also the Academy Awards are. And you can't blame entertainers when their message drives home the most is when they're the most relevant, when they have a project coming out. So the message is going to be even more driven home because you see the amazing stunt work in John Wick 4 right now, right? So that is why it's happening now. Yes, there's other reasons, there's ulterior motives, but it's time. It's time. What can we do to help these amazing stunt performers? Look what happened. I don't want to bring up a tragedy, but Rust. Stunt performers, they risk And what else can we do? We could ask for accountability for safety for these stunt performers, and we can also ask that they be given accolades, right? We should ask for both, that they be protected and awarded. Protected and awarded. And I am way, way behind this message. And I love practical effects. And I just want these performers to be safe. And why are they on the low end of the totem pole, even in this day and age?
I
It's
agree.
ridiculous.
To be fair, they do most of the stunt for these actors. They risk their life. As a matter of fact, they even break their ankles, their arms, or whatever.
Yes.
Even has a concussion, whatever thing. I can't even say the word right, but whatever it is. Like they get their body hurts every time they do their stunts for the actors. So like I do think what Keanu is saying is good. They should get at least an award for that.
When CGI is so good now, why don't they just do that?
Well, there has to be a healthy medium. I think a good production considers both opportunities to do practical and CGI, mix it up, give less a workload
If
to
there's
each.
if there's a shot you can do, most studios do CGI for stunts. Some, not all, some. Some studio doesn't, some they do. If it works, they don't need CGI. If they can pull off the stunt, sometimes they use CGI for it.
Okay, Todd Fair, $20. Proof. Thank you, Todd. Now this one I'm unsure. If I have to rewatch, I need the timestamp of this, Todd. I need the timestamp of this because yes, there was some wreckage when Zod and Superman were fighting.
There was no people around those buildings. Oh,
but
no.
here's the other thing that's
Just
funny.
no.
I'm going to read your full comment, Todd. But here's the other thing that's funny. There's buildings and stuff falling all the time in Marvel movies, but they cut away. What do you think? When a building collapses, no one gets hurt? They just cut away. You know, Age of Ultron, I just watched it today, and there's a city floating in the air. Are you really telling me that no one died during that whole battle? Okay. I guess they kind of the context of the scenes they showed you.
Even in Shazam too, you see throwing stuff from buildings
Marvel
and shit like that.
cuts
Even
away.
Marvel, yeah.
But I will, to be fair, Todd, I will research the scene that you're referencing because I don't. I don't
there was
remember.
nobody. I know what scene. There was nobody there.
Well,
There was
proof is
nobody
in the
there.
Man of Steel. The gas truck was headed to him, and he moved out of the way of the gas truck, and it exploded a building. Normal Superman would have secured the truck first to not cause damage and the people of Metropolis.
There was nobody there.
But
There was nobody in that
here's
building.
my instant reaction to this, Todd, is that if he tried to secure the truck, Zod would have gone and done something else to kill more people. So there's no, what do you do? What do you do in that situation? Maybe you think a Superman could handle everything, but what do you do? If he stopped to handle the truck, then Zod would have killed someone else, right?
Oh,
Like,
Zod
if you're-
literally was gonna go and kill everybody in the city. Like,
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, thanks, Todd. Thank you, Todd. I really appreciate that.
And thank you. I mean, I love Todd when he does these questions as well. That's very funny.
Yeah, but that's my response is like I understand if Superman had all the time in the world, yeah, I know he's a fast man, but guess what? Zod also has those similar abilities. He could go just as fast. If he stopped the truck, then what's Zod doing? If he's not constantly up in Zod's face, Zod is doing something else, right? Is my initial reaction. Okay. Well, that's my thoughts on the stunt situation.
Mailbag time.
No, not yet. Not yet. CJ. I might have to wait till after the Picard because Brian's been I missed Picard last week, and I gotta watch Picard with him. I might do that later or for tomorrow. I might just do a mailbag only stream. Would that be cool, CJH?
Yes.
Okay.
You should do it with CJ. You should mailbag to CJ.
Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Okay, let's do some rapid fire topics here. Excuses, Max. Todd is a Zod sympathizer.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. All right.
I love Zod. He always do these questions.
Okay, so Wednesday with Jenna Ortega. She is saying, now I didn't see the first. She is listen, she is an amazing talent, and she is very relevant right now. But she has a lot of opinions on all the productions, and she is really taking her star power and saying things need to change on Wednesday. She's saying Jenna Ortega wants the writers to increase the horror and ease off the romance. If anyone's watched Wednesday, do you agree with this?
The horror?
She wants more horror, less romance.
I mean, I wouldn't call Wednesday a horror show. I mean, it is more of a comedy. I mean, it's a horror comedy, but I don't think we should walk away from Wednesday scared.
I just like we don't want to jump the gun on Brie. We don't want to jump the gun on Jenna. She's what I'm taking away from this is she is such a star that I do see producer credits for her projects in the future because she is, that's awesome. I think Jenna is being bold with her public expression.
Can I ask a slight tangent question?
Well, before you do that, I want to say this though.
Okay.
All that I'm taking from this is, well, the other reason I say that, Rhea, is Jeff Snyder on that same episode, John Roca and Jeff Snyder said she's getting a big head, telling writers how they should be. But if you are this big of a star and you get producer credits, and then you also have a say in how the production goes, it says, we just started the writer's room. That makes me think that she is involved in the creative process now.
No, she is involved. She's involved.
Yes.
She's executive producer.
Yeah. So just like those, you celebrate Jenna. I'm sure you do Voltaire. I'm sure you do every night. No, I should have said that. I'm sure you do
Max,
all the time. Pause. Yes, but she is such a big star that she also demands some creative input, and she is involved in the writer's room. So don't jump the gun like those gossiping hot mic people, Jeff Snyder. And it says that she is getting a big head. If she is big enough talent, look at Tom Cruise. Why do we always do this to women? Why do we always do this to women? They're getting a big head. But if Tom Cruise says he wants things a certain way, people go for it. You know, people just accept it because Tom Cruise brings results. Does Jenna Ortega bring results? So far, she has. So I think if we really want equal aspects to men and women in the industry, we got to stop with this stereotype. If a woman starts expressing what she wants with a project, that suddenly she's getting a big head, because no one says that about Tom Cruise. No one says that about James Gunn or any of these other, male entertainers. They just say, oh, they do quality product. Jenna, so far, has been involved in some really great quality products, and now she is such a big star that she demands creative input. So that's all I'm taking.
I find it crazy that she get creative input on her whole TV show, right? As a executive producer on every and the things they do with the show. But Henry Cavill couldn't for The Witcher. You see how biased Netflix is?
Mm-hmm.
I find that interesting.
Max,
I'm glad that she
Max,
has. I'm glad that she has creative input in the show.
Yeah, we'll get to you, Claudia. I just want to read this first. We just started the writer's room. I think we want to up the horror aspect a little bit and then get Wednesday out of the romantic situation. Let her be her own individual and fight her own crimes, Ortega told a giddy Fallon with his audience.
I understand her. Like, I mean, season 1, I can see why she won.
So
she don't want to do that.
Okay, and what were you going to say, Claudia?
I had a thought. What if Jenna Ortega would be the new Wonder Woman?
I don't think that's way too.
I wouldn't complain. I don't want to be superficial or talk about the size of the talent either. Like, she's very small person. She's very short. And Amazonian, I'm thinking of taller. You know what I mean? I don't want to be
Yeah,
superficial
but I mean,
like
as a
that.
younger
I
Wonder
think
Woman,
I
like,
think yeah, I think most people have an opportunity to play these characters, but I gotta be
Yeah.
real. Yeah, that would be kind of small for an Amazonian woman, many woman.
I just posted my review a little while ago of Scream 6, and I was wondering in my review, do you think she'll come back for Scream 7? Because she is so big right now. She's so like she's getting.
If she wants to, yeah.
I don't know if she'll
She's
want to. Oh, I mean, we're hearing she's going to star in
perfect
Beetlejuice.
Santana.
And, you
The
know,
rumors is that Paramount wants Scream 7 to shoot later this year because of the movie making $42 million opening the first day, the highest ever been in the Scream franchise history. So it depends on her schedule, and if she is in Beetlejuice 2, if she does accept the offer from Tim Burton, then she would do Scream 7. If she can, then
I think
she
they're
can be in it.
gonna have to back up the money truck to get her for future Scream movies.
Oh,
I think,
Paramount got the money. The Paramount got the money.
All right, let's talk about Will Smith just a little bit. I don't like what Will Smith did. I don't know why I keep thinking I have to say that, but people deserve redemption. And I'm not saying Chris Rock can't make fun of him, but his situation's sad. I wish him the best for him and his family. He's embarrassed by the Chris Rock special.
Who are the sources for this?
I don't know. A source told Entertainment Tonight, Will is embarrassed and hurt by what Chris said about him and his family in his Netflix special. He didn't watch it, but he had people tell him what Chris said. It's everywhere when you look online social media. So Will and Jada have seen comments about it. The source continued, Will apologized to Chris and would like for Chris to let it go. Honestly, that's not up to Will, though, really. Even though I really feel for Will Smith, you know, Chris was done wrong. That you never do violence. Violence isn't justified. Unless you're Superman and trying to stop Zod from killing everyone.
That's literally what I just thought.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking Todd is unless you're trying to save a life. Will has worked on himself and he is banned by the Oscars for 10 years. He feels like that's enough and wants Chris to move on. And then he and everyone else can too. Even though I deeply feel for Will Smith, it's not up to Will for when Chris should move on. And I do feel bad that people are just mocking him in his situation. I really do. But you know what? It's fair game. What do you think?
I feel like that, actions have consequences. He did what he did, and now all he can do is try to do his best to move forward. But whether the people around him are going to accept that or not, he still did what he did. That's out there. He has no control over that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot there, Voltaire. I don't like but he's still in that situation. And unfortunately, in my opinion, I don't like to talk about people's personal lives, but it is all out there. When people love people, they accept, they emotionally compromise themselves and accept things that potentially they shouldn't. In my subjective opinion, without knowing everything about the Will and Jada situation, I think he's emotionally compromised by his children and that he actually loves this person. And I think it's to his detriment is his love for her.
I just think, listen, do I think what Will Smith did to Chris Rock, Chris Rock deserved it? No, I don't think nobody should get smacked on live TV, personally. Should Chris Rock keep mocking Will Smith? Sure. I mean, he did it to himself, and you gotta get back, I guess. I mean, do I think Chris Rock and Will Smith will ever talk again in the future? So I mean, it is what it is. I think this situation is just.
It's well within Chris Rock's rights to even if he wasn't to make fun of it. I could feel bad for him. I don't like people laughing at each other like this, at his pain. Because
And I
it's not everyone laughing with him; they're laughing at him and his pain and his
yeah, and I
situation. So
guarantee
that's
you, and I guarantee you the Oscars will make a joke about it this. I think this week is the Oscars, right?
Yeah, this
So
weekend, yes.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure the Oscars is gonna make fun of it too. So so
Well, Reyes says, of course, he doesn't care if he's banned for 10 years. He finally won his best
no, he's still
best actor.
he's still could win multiple awards. He just can't intend
He
to.
just can't accept.
The Oscar, yeah, and then they just send the awards to his house.
Yeah. He did something bad. He didn't kill anyone, though. I'm not downplaying what he did. There is a redemption arc for him, right? Even though he raised he attacked someone else, literally attacked them. Shouldn't there be a redemption for him too? I don't want to disdog him for life, I don't.
Well, he's doing Bad Boys 4.
Yeah.
And this other Netflix movie, what is it called? Fast Loose, and he's getting paid $25 million for both movies.
That's fair. I think he would be redeemed. He should keep quiet. Yeah. Well, this is sources. This is sources. Anyone could say this. There's no excuse for lines like that. Yeah.
There will never be an excuse for getting smacked on live TV. That would be crazy.
Taladia, CJ, do you have anything to add to this? About
I
Will
think
Smith?
Not really.
Go ahead, Taladia.
I was going to say, I think the whole Chris Rock and Will Smith situation is spiral out of control. And honestly, obviously what Chris Rock has done is wrong in a certain way, right? I get the fact that he was trying to make a joke out of it. That happened a year ago, but still, like, come on, dude, you got to just move on and focus on your own self instead of being I'll make a joke about Will Smith and his family and expect people to, there's always repercussions for your actions. Like, Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars for 10 years. I think Chris Rock should be banned for doing jokes like this on national television or international television, I should say. And if he does it again, if he does it to someone else, who knows? Somebody else could do the same thing to him.
Taladia, I love your opinions, but I don't think that Chris Rock should be banned from doing jokes like that. He should have his freedom of speech.
Hell no, he has his freedom of speech. He could say whatever he wants.
Especially since he was assaulted. I don't personally like those type of jokes. I don't.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't. And let me see what Rhea has to say here. Rock is making too much money buying content. Yeah. His ticket prices went up, priced by 2 by 3. This is the most buzz his career has gotten 20 years. Facts, Rhea. Facts. So he is capitalizing and potentially grifting on the situation, but it is his right to. It is his right to, But I don't think silencing people. There's lots of jokes that I don't like. There's comedians that I like, and I don't like every joke they do. I don't try to cancel them though. I just I don't like that joke,
No, but I mean, but you know what I mean, Max. When if you do something like a joke like this, and then it could happen again to another person, it could this whole saga can happen again.
Well, that's more in the camp of what Will Smith did was so wrong because it encouraged people to act a fool.
I don't think
because he
he
influences people to take the slightest offense and take it to the next extreme.
Listen,
He crossed that line. That's why people actually have an issue with Will.
I don't think this will. I don't think this will ever happen because even the Oscars say that they're going to have way more security so that this doesn't ever happen again and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
So
let's move on because we're almost at the 2-hour mark and we have to get through these rapid fire topics here. And I got to contact Brian. I don't know if Brian still wants to watch. Okay. New Flintstones.
Oh, Jesus.
Bedrock. Elizabeth Banks as Pebbles.
Oh,
Steven Irwin as
cancel.
Fred, Amy
Cancel.
Sudeikis as Wilma, Nicole Byers Betty, Joe Latruglio as Barney, and Manny Jacinto as Bam Bam.
Oh, well, this is definitely going to be another Velma situation.
You think?
Yeah.
Another
yeah.
Velma situation?
Is this animated or live action?
Live, animated.
Oh, I'm not interested then.
Bedrock. Why?
Well, I mean, if this was a live action adaptation, that would be one thing. But for animation, why can't we just use the classic voice actors? There's so many people who are professional voice actors. Do I need all these characters recast with celebrity voices? I don't. I'd rather just
I agree.
have the cartoon voiceover actors who that's their specialty. I'd rather they voice these characters.
Okay. It's a sequel. I understand what you're saying. I'm okay with it. I understand people are concerned it's going to be another Velma situation. I also understand what
Can't
Crazy
wait
Joe
to
is saying,
be
but
there.
they have years to do those voices. And what about like what CGH says? Give other people an opportunity to do the voices too.
Yeah, that's fine, but there's other voice actors. I mean,
Yeah,
they're going for
they're
Elizabeth Banks.
They're obviously going for some people. My interpretation of this cast is they're not going for the most talented voice actors. They're going for more, in my opinion, they're going for more people that are on screen too. I think some people that have made it. Well, Elizabeth Banks is a director. Well, some of these people are character actors. Like the guy on the right was in The Good Place. This guy here was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So they're going with character actors that also do voice acting. But there are so many great voice actors that you don't ever even see on screen too, that probably could subjectively do a better job. Is that kind of what you're saying, Crazy Joe? There's so many people in the industry.
Yeah, like where's the Rob Paulsons or the Gray DeLuise or these cartoon the people that's their livelihood is doing cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Even the new Mario looks amazing, but there are some people that could have probably done a much better Mario voice over it. But then you get those big name actors and then Nintendo Direct. Zena's falling asleep. The cold meds are kicking in. Okay, we'll go to the next top. Anyone have anything? That's a rapid fire topic there.
Remember when each character had like one voice actor that was identified? Like I did the review recently of the Filmation Batman cartoon from '66.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was Olan Soule did the voice of Batman. He did the voice of Batman from the 60s through the 80s because he then went on and voiced the character on Super Friends, which was a completely different animation studio. But that like a different studio got the rights to Batman, and they're like, well, Batman has a voice. This is the guy. We'll go get this guy again.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see that anymore.
Guys, I've got to head out. It's
thanks a lot.
It's 5:30.
Oh, go sub to Taladia. Go sub to Taladia.
Yeah, guys, make sure you sub to my YouTube page on youtube.com/Taladia Plays. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow talking everything in DC.
Cool.
Throughout the week.
I'll try to make it. I have a busy date. I have another collab. I'm supposed to do Binge Buddies Saturday morning cartoons and To the Max tomorrow. So I have to see, but I definitely want to check it out. Go support Taladia Plays, a great person in the community. We love you, Taladia. Thank you so much.
Okay, you too. Have a great night, Max.
Yeah, there's Reyes pimping your channel. There's Taladia's channel. Go check it out. All right, see you, man. All right, so Scream box office starting strong. That's great. I still have to see Scream 5. This looks like a fun cast. I do want to see it. Oh, you know what? I did see Scream movies back in the day. I think I saw the first couple in theaters. The first couple. Maybe I think I saw 1 and 2. I don't think I saw 3 in the theater. Maybe. But I'm very happy. It's a healthy franchise. It's getting new actors and actresses work. And That's great. Good box office. It's not a superhero film. Horror consistently delivers. Right?
I gotta say, I was in the theater last night watching this. Full house. At like it was like a 9:30 show. The theater was packed, and it is great. It is so good. I think it's the best Scream movie since 1997.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really really liked it. It's my second favorite Scream sequel.
Mm-hmm. This next one is like I actually had someone that ran a fan page for this show on Netflix, and it's very odd that a Netflix series completes. This has had 5 seasons, and I just wanted to ask anyone if they're a fan of this series. And there's even going to be a spin-off movie. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Before I bring it up.
So what?
There is a Netflix series that there is actually a pretty healthy fan base, and they've completed their series to 5 seasons, and now they're even doing a movie. And I haven't watched it at all, and I'm like, how did this happen on Netflix without a lot of people talking about it? And the only reason I found out about it is one person commented on one of my videos, and I checked out their channel, and they do this series like they have a channel like dedicated to it, and they did a lot of work for it behind the scenes. It's called The Last Kingdom. Has anyone even heard of this?
I have not.
I think I remember scrolling past Anthony, CJH. Have you heard of The Last Kingdom?
Nope.
Scroll down.
Netflix has released the first trailer for Seven Kings Must Die, the Last Kingdom sequel movie that chronicles a battle for a united England. Last Kingdom aired its 5th and final season on Netflix last year, but series producer Nigel Marchant said that while the last season of the show was meant to fully conclude the series, there was always one more story that we wanted to tell, leading to the announcement of the movie in 2021. Alexander Draymond stars in Seven Kings Must Die as Uhtred of Bebbanburg, who must ride once more across a fractured kingdom with several of the series' much-loved returning characters as they battle alongside it against new allies and enemies. Following the death of King Edward, a battle for the crown ensues as rival heirs and invaders compete for power. And when Alliance comes seeking Uhtred's help in their plans, Uhtred faces a choice between those he cares for most and the dream of forming a united England. Very interesting. Seven Kings Must Die will debut on Netflix on April 14th. I might do a trailer reaction for this. I just think this is kind of like potentially a hidden gem. A hidden gem on Netflix, especially Netflix. What do you guys think? What do you think, Crazy Joe? Are you kind of intrigued? Wow, a series got the 5 seasons and they're doing a spin-off movie on Netflix? That's pretty rare.
That's pretty under the radar. I'm shocked. As a Community fan, we had to fight tooth and nail to get our 6 seasons in a movie. So this thing happening under the radar with no one talking about it's kind of surprising.
Anthony, what do you think of this? Any on your radar at all? Is it surprising that a show like this exists that has a at least healthy fan base? It's completed its show and a spin-off movie?
I've never heard of this until now.
CJH, what do you think, man?
Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna check it out. I might start watching season 1. I at least am gonna probably do a trailer reaction to that one. I don't, yeah. I think it could be. I'm gonna check it out. That's pretty interesting. I have this, but there's like nothing. This is like the biggest joke. We knew James Gunn. I don't even want. You know what? I'm just gonna. Who is the director of Superman? It's James Gunn. It's James Gunn. Basically, Tom King, the comic book writer, let it slip on a podcast, and they took the podcast down. But I mean, who didn't know this already? There's no way he's going to devote And I don't blame him either for putting this much risk on one project and not have Cavill back and then have someone else direct it after you write it. He's going to do it. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to do it.
There's no surprise there. And plus, the interview got taken down, so Tom King is in trouble.
Yeah, well, it's like everyone knew anyway.
Yeah. Even if it wouldn't got announced, he wouldn't hear. But he's in trouble though.
All right, here's some rapid fire topics. This is some interesting stuff. Henry Cavill is in talks for James Bond villain, not James Bond, but a James Bond villain. That's kind of interesting. I'm surprised that Cavill, if this is accurate, this is a rumor, that he would want to do this after he wanted to be James Bond for so long too. That he would like, okay, I'll settle for a villain. All right.
I would love him to play James Bond villain. I don't think he will play James Bond, unfortunately, but it would be great if he does. But I think he's going to play. I'll be up for a James Bond villain in a new James Bond movie. I'll take that.
Yeah, what do you think, Crazy Joe?
Well, I mean, I don't think my opinion's going to be a popular one here, but I don't think Henry Cavill has proven himself yet as a movie star. TV star, definitely. The Witcher was big, but his movies where he's had the lead have not burned up the box office. So I think he's basically settling in as a supporting actor now until he gets that big hit. That kind of catapults him to leading man.
I gotta admit, I don't like what you're saying, but you're not exactly wrong either. So
I mean, look at it. His best reviewed movie role was Mission Impossible, and he wasn't the lead. He was the villain in it, and he was great in it. He was fantastic.
And that's the reason why I think he should be in James Bond villain, because they would do great. Every James Bond movie does great no matter what at the box office. But if he does become a James Bond villain, I would love that shit. I'll watch it.
But it also kind of reminds you of Mission Impossible now too.
No, not really. It depends on which Bond villain he's playing.
CGH, what do you think? Bond villain, Cavill? What do you think?
Don't really follow much Bond, to be honest.
Okay.
But he'd be great as James Bond.
Cancel.
Well, this is the villain though, not James Bond. I don't think he's in consideration for James Bond anymore. At all.
That's lame.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's Melissa Beniost joins Master of the Universe series.
Which begs the question: what happened to Sarah Michelle Gellar? Because she's replacing
probably
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh,
no,
really?
Melissa does a good voice. She also played character in season 1 of Masters of Evolution.
Yep.
So, and unfortunately, Kevin Conroy did too. God rest his soul. So that role is definitely getting recast.
I am up for this. I didn't know that. So Sarah Michelle Gellar was Tila in the first one.
Yeah, she was. I think maybe it was an issue with.
I used to watch her back on.
Conflict.
Me and my wife used to watch Glee back in the day. Before The Flash and Supergirl, we used to watch those two actors on Glee. Yeah.
And her husband is Prince Adam on the show.
Yeah.
So
wait, her husband?
Yeah, she's married to the actor who played Mon-El on Supergirl, and he's Prince Adam. They're both tight with Kevin Smith because Kevin Smith directed several episodes of Supergirl.
Well, I'm all for this. I think she's great. I like her as Supergirl too. I have always wanted to go back and watch Supergirl. I know everyone says it's bad, but I like the series. It was fun. So I'm all for that. I really want to see Masters of the Universe Revolution for sure.
The first series was so good. It's like a He-Man fan. I was
Joe,
so good.
apparently is woke, so you know.
Yeah, well, that's can't have that.
So, this is just more proof that I had this article up, but this is more proof that they all source the same shit.
Oh
you
my
know,
god.
it's all going back to the Hot Mic podcast. That now everyone's acting like it's a fact. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. Disney's Black Panther. Hey, strange Marvel theories. Appreciate you getting here.
Hello there.
Actually, I'm going to message Brian. Hold on. I hope he's. It's been a while. Almost ready for card if you still want to. Okay. And I know Crazy Joe's been here a while too, so I don't know how much more people want to be here as well, because I know you're a family man. So, and we have to talk. When do you want to talk? Tomorrow or after the show tonight or what?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to stick around for Picard. I've already watched it, but I don't know if you want to message me or something when you're done. I'll be around.
Okay, cool. Definitely. All right. So Disney Plus Black Panther spinoff gets new working title. A new rumor has seemingly revealed the working title for Disney's Plus Black Panther. I thought it was just going to be called. Well, I guess it can't be called Wakanda Forever because of the movie.
It's not gonna be called. It's a show in the Wakanda universe.
But the Coogler's focus have been dead set on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The spinoff has been revealed as not as far along as people want it to be. Oh wow. Okay. Where does it say what it's being? Working title. According to an exclusive report from the Cosmic Circus, one of the Marvel Studios Black Panther's Disney Plus spinoff series is being developed with the working title of Golden City. I don't think that's going to stick.
No, it's just a working title. Every production has
The
a
Golden
working
City
title.
is the name of Wakanda's capital city, founded by the Golden Tribe, also known as Bernanzana. Okay, Golden City. That's interesting. It's going to be a while off, though, everyone. That's going to be a while off.
Oh, that'll be a long.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I think Gunn just puts it out there that he's open to it. It doesn't necessarily. Listen, Cavill's really busy right now, so I don't even know. Who knows? All right. Eternals. Let's bring that up here. I liked Eternals. Did you like Eternals, Crazy Joe? It was okay. It's not my favorite.
It's probably my one of my least favorite, but I enjoyed it.
All right, thank you, Nostander 87. No, we're not going to do spoilers. No. Okay. Eternals MCU director plays coy on sequel rumors. I'd be shocked if they. Not that I think that Bob Iger is mandating if there's going to get a sequel or not. I think they really have to justify Eternals too. I really think they'd have to justify that project. Do you agree? Based on the reception and box office in the cast, they really have to justify Eternals too.
I think they might see why it works and why it didn't work. So
yeah, and I don't think if they do Eternals 2, I don't think that's necessarily going to greenlight a spin-off series or a film.
No,
I think this is the part where, even though I like the film, that I don't think it was successful enough in either reception or monetarily to immediately greenlight. Despite Eternals receiving bad reviews from fans and critics, a past report revealed that a sequel is in the early stages of development, with the project reportedly being added to Marvel Studios' production calendar. A previous listing may have indicated the sequel's filming plans have been since the management agency of Gilgamesh actor Madong Sok Don Lee revealed Eternals 2 is planned to be produced. That means nothing in Hollywood. Early stages and planned to be. This has to be a really slam dunk, in my opinion, to move forward. Everything is in early stages. They are reining it back a bit, quality over quantity, and if you immediately just greenlight a sequel to Eternals and then that spin-off series where they're also slowing down Disney Plus shows, it's just not an immediate go-ahead. That's my initial thoughts. Crazy Joe, what is your What is your take on it? It's not an immediate green light.
I kind of agree. I think that there's enough story elements that were introduced in that film that they do need to follow it up in some way. Will it be a sequel, or will it be maybe something done for Disney Plus? I don't know, but I think they're definitely going to follow up that film in some way, but I don't know if it'll be a theatrical Eternals too.
Yeah. What do you think, Anthony? CJH? I don't. It has to be a really good project idea to get it going.
It has to be a good idea. I mean, it depends. If she's not busy, then sure. But then it just depends on what the deal was. The sequel going to be about after the first one,
You know what, though? We also learned this year that Eternals was the most streamed Marvel movie on Disney Plus last year. So you could argue that it found its audience after the fact. A lot of people may have just skipped theater because it got negative reviews and been like, that movie's not getting good reviews. But they certainly watched it on TV.
Yeah. Well, CJH, what do you think? Are you awake still?
Yeah.
Did the thought of Eternals 2 put you to sleep?
The movie sure did.
Oh, you didn't like the movie?
No, it went nowhere.
Went nowhere. Okay, well, that's where the sequel might go. I think you have to understand, everyone, even if it's early stages, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. And we've been spoiled in the MCU, where most projects go ahead, but that's not going to be the case anymore. And that's just the reality of business. Once you get to a point where you switch from quality to quantity, where quantity was getting you excessive funds before, not everything is an immediate step on the gas. So that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just has to be justified. I do agree with Crazy Joe. It could be continued in some form. They could even address some things that happened in the Eternals and other projects. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sequel, right? You could kind of do something with it.
One thing I heard a lot of people say is that it would have worked better as a miniseries. So maybe that's where you go with a follow-up.
All right.
It depends. Yeah.
Let me there's a couple more articles here, and I got to contact Brian. I apologize. I should have just done Picard. There's so much movie news that we're like 2 hours in, didn't even get to the mailbag, and I feel bad because I wanted to watch Picard with Brian, and he might have fell asleep.
You need to set up watch parties separate.
Okay. All right, that's a fair criticism. I'll definitely consider that. Or at the very most, like 3 or 4 topics before. Not all. I did way too many topics.
I don't know. Just set up watch parties and have that be the focus.
Oh, I got a message from Brian. He's not going to make it. His back's a little. I'm saying we can maybe watch tomorrow night after To the Max. Might be easier. Okay. Expendables. Does anyone care about the Expendables?
Maybe like 20 years ago.
If
20 years ago, I mean, we haven't seen a trailer for this. But we haven't seen a trailer for this, and it's coming out later this year. Like, come on, we have a trailer for stuff that's coming out. Like at least show us a teaser.
It gives a lot of work to these action stars. What were you going to say, Crazy Joe?
If you got Sylvester Stallone in it, I'm showing up.
I have to rewatch some of them. I think they can be fun. I wish the action would be a little better because you go there for the action and the quips and stuff,
I have one major complaint about the Expendables franchise. They're called the Expendables,
but they don't.
Nobody ever dies.
Yes.
Like, I would like it if this was like a rotating cast because they kept getting killed off because they're the Expendables. But no,
that's true.
Like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's what they should be, basically.
They're saying no one knows anything about it, but the release date, September 22nd, 2023. The plot, shockingly little known about the plot. The cast, despite some off-screen complications since the last film, still Sylvester Stallone has been reprising his main role as Barney Ross. No trailer. There's nothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's Tony Jaa, I think, right?
We need a trailer, bro. Give me a trailer, bro. Like,
is Barney Ross going to die? As stated, Stallone will be returning as the main character, Barney Ross, but also say there's a lot of on-screen drama in between the third and fourth film that eventually caused Stallone to step away from the franchise completely. You know, I don't want to read into too much drama about actors, just like about Brie and stuff, but there's a lot of stuff with Sylvester Stallone in his projects. He really, and I think it's just his passion. He loves these projects. But a lot of his projects have seemed to be going this way, where he keeps them going for so many years, and then he has behind the scenes creative differences, you know. So I hope it works out, because I like what this does for a lot of these old action stars. Gives them work where they're not getting a lot of work out there. They're not, right?
Yeah.
Strange Marvel theories. I've had enough Expendables unless Jackie Chan plays a villain in Expendables. That would be amazing. I'm sorry, Brucifer. Yeah, Brian said tomorrow night. So tomorrow night to the max, and then we're gonna watch Picard after. And I'm gonna watch 2 episodes. And then next Friday, we'll probably I really have to get I just love movie talk so much that I kinda get too many topics together.
You know who I want in an Expendables movie?
Huh.
I want them to bring in Mr. T.
Mr. T. Ooh, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, why not Mr. T?
that would be interesting, actually. Holy Jesus.
Stallone is getting a lot of work, not so much the others. Absolutely.
Stallone show is very popular on Paramount. No, isn't that Paramount? No, that's yeah. The mob show. What is it called?
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King. It's an amazing show.
Yeah.
Got finished it. And it really got a second season.
That would be nice. Strange Marvel theories, but he kind of isn't.
Yeah, he said he would have loved to. I think he meant in the past. Yeah, before he passed. Yeah, I see what you mean though, CJH.
You know, he's got Dolph Lundgren in these movies. What if he brought in Mr. T and Carl Weathers? Get like all his old Rocky adversaries like on his team in one movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they will have a
fun.
cameo in this movie. I think they maybe have a cameo. I would be enjoy cameo. A cameo would be fun for those people.
All right, we got 2 topics left, everyone.
Mailbag.
Well, it's almost 1 o'clock. CJH, maybe if you're available tomorrow, me and you could do a mail, because Crazy Joe me and Crazy Joe need to talk shop a little bit. What he wants to do, and then when are we going to do your watch party on your channel, CJH? What day are we doing that?
Which movie? Because I listed a bunch of movies that I wanted to watch.
TMNT.
Do you want to watch that? I was planning on that with like I don't know.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But what about
would be
like
awesome,
Solo or something? I don't know. Or I was thinking more like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
We watched
With,
Solo
like
already.
Brian. No, we didn't. Well, I actually delayed that long ago.
Okay. Yeah.
I never actually watched it.
Yeah, we can. I get to the point where I'm planning too many things though. I gotta figure things out, because I have all kinds of collabs tomorrow. But I definitely want to do a watch party for. I was really wanting to watch TMNT, because someone, I forget who brought it up, the 2012 animated. I'm like, I really didn't get maybe it was Blue Jay. Okay. All right.
Oh, it's not that TMNT. It's the original.
Oh, okay.
The 90s.
All right. Well, let's talk about this. Mandalorian season 3. Next episodes get record-breaking runtime. The Mandalorian season 3's next episode will set a new record runtime for Star Wars Disney Plus series. Fans have been increasingly critical of runtimes for Marvel and Star Wars projects that left many disappointed. I think they're perfect. I do understand that they're really padded by intros, recaps, and credits. Though the Mandalorian season 3 debuted with a record low runtime, 35 minutes, 16 seconds. But there is a lot of money being spent on all those 35 minutes, Fortunately, that saw a significant uptick going in episode 2, which up to 42 minutes, 24 seconds, a full 7 minutes longer. And this is why I like streaming, because you're not set to you have to make it work at 25 minutes so we can get our advertisers ads in, You just tell the story you want to tell. I don't think there's a lot, even though people have issues with the quality of Disney, I don't share those same issues. And I love that in streaming, you don't have to worry about the aspects of like syndication on television, where you got to do 22 minutes and then save certain amount of time for commercials and stuff. You just tell the story. I love that.
Tubi.
This is Tubi. What do you think, Crazy Joe? Do you agree?
Oh, I absolutely agree. I think it's led to better television.
Yeah.
Because you're telling a story that's as long as the story needs to be. You're not padding these stories out. I think it's the runtime of the episodes and the number of episodes per season. Like, we talk about Star Trek. There's more great episodes of Star Trek per season now than there were on the old shows, because Next Generation, as great as Next Generation was, they had to do 26 episodes a year. We don't talk about the crappy Next Generation episodes, but there's a lot of crappy Next Generation episodes.
So actually, that's true. And so there's a lot of padded and filler. So actually, when I hear runtimes are all over the place, I get the opposite reaction. I'm like, that's a healthy production. They're not setting a mandate. Just like when they do an arbitrary mandate for, like they were saying, pushing off for the new Mission Impossible movie. It's amazing. People are loving it, but I think it's too long. Enough with that shit. To me, enough what Crazy Joe might say. I don't know. You had certain things about runtime in movies. I'm trying to remember your take on there. But
I feel the runtime should only be as long as the story is.
Yeah.
If you have 90 minutes of story, make a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
If you have 3 hours of story, make a 3-hour movie.
Mm-hmm. But I actually think this is a more healthy production. When I hear different runtimes, I don't have any issue with that whatsoever. What do you think, Anthony? When you hear all these different runtimes, next one's 56 minutes, the first one's 35. It's like, who cares? It's a good story. It's a good story.
I really don't care about the runtimes. Just give me a good episode and I'll be fine.
Yeah. CJH, what do you think?
I don't know. I just saw something about flying cars, so I got distracted. But
you got distracted by flying cars.
Yeah.
All right. But I am gonna have to say, though, I'm happy to hear that it's a longer episode, because I like more, but there's nothing about the previous episodes I'm like, man, that's too short. So the Mandalorian chapter 19 will run 56 minutes 11 seconds. That's pretty good.
There's more monsters in the Loch Ness lake.
Yeah.
I get more worried about the number of episodes per season. Like, I know, like on the John Campea show, they were complaining about these Marvel shows that only had 6 episodes. And I'm like, well, I don't want them to make more episodes just to make more episodes. If they've only got 6 episodes of story to tell, don't give me 13 episodes just so you can say, hey, you're getting more. If you don't have enough story to fill, like, I'm frankly worried about Daredevil with 18 episodes. I hope they have enough story for 18 episodes. I hope they do.
It's going to be split into 3 stories. That's
Hey,
what
Monkey
the rumors are
Jeebus.
saying.
All right. 10 episodes. Just saw the episode. Yeah, Beetlejuice too. I just saw Scooby-Doo crypto movie, Rhea. Cool.
I'd love to see that. That's one of the ones that got canceled as a tax write-off and leaked, right?
Oh, is it? It got
Yes.
leaked?
Yeah, got it.
That's good.
The
Hopefully
the Batgirl leak is inevitable. It's gonna happen one of these days.
I hope so. I'm gonna watch that.
Oh, me too.
Me and Little Movie Perp are gonna throw a party. Yes. That is awesome. All right, the last topic of tonight. Ahsoka series. Potential spoiler warning. Ahsoka Disney Plus show will be missing fan favorite character. This is a report. A popular Star Wars character is not expected to make an appearance at Ahsoka despite her personal ties to the titular heroine.
Bo-Katan?
Yes.
Oh,
There you go. Bo-Katan not slated to appear in Ahsoka. You're not surprised?
Not surprised. I mean, the show is literally sequels to Rebels, and then Ahsoka's looking for Ezra.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this season for Mandalorian there's a lot to do with Bo-Katan. So, interviewing with Deadline, Katie Sackhoff, who portrays Bo-Katan, can currently be seen in Mandalorian, spoke on her involvement in Ahsoka or lack thereof. Laughs. I can't reveal anything, but no, as of right now, I'm not in Ahsoka. Maybe you could actually take something in there too that maybe she makes an appearance. As of right now, we don't know. But I doubt she's in it to begin with, though.
maybe in flashbacks,
Mm-hmm.
because we have Anakin's coming back for flashback episodes, and then I believe Obi-Wan himself is coming back too. So I could see maybe in a flashback episode.
Callie, shush. Callie, we made all this time. Callie, not at the end. Callie, come here. Okay, so this news comes something of surprise since Sackhoff. Here, come over here. You're messing me up, Callie. Say hi to everyone. Okay. Recently hinted that she would appear previously at GalaxyCon Rally last summer. Was there that the following exchange occurred? Fan, is there any chance at all we could expect these Bo-Katan, Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka could team up again? I love Rosario. Are you going to be in the Noka series? I like Rosario so. She was just keeping the door open. That's all. Yeah, Callie, please. Sackhoff. So we're getting plenty of Bo-Katan here. That doesn't sour me on the Ahsoka series. I'm really looking for the Ahsoka. Have you been up to date, Crazy Joe, on Mandalorian?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You too, Anthony CJH?
Oh yeah, we'll watch it every Wednesdays.
Yeah. CJH?
Yes.
Okay. So are you going to be disappointed Bo-Katan's not there, or are you getting your fill in the Mandalorian? I think I'm getting my fill in the Mandalorian.
I don't think we don't know the story they're telling yet. So
That's true.
It's like,
yes, wife. She's looking at me kind of. Oh no! All right, hold on a second.
Oh, Max is in trouble. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's about plans for tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes, Monkey Jeebus. Take a drink of water with all that thirstiness that you have in the chat for Bo-Katan, okay? Thirst check. Drink your water. I don't think it's a glaring omission, though, like it says here. They have a history. I think it's cool. I'm still really looking forward to the Ahsoka series, and I have no issue with her not appearing. Well, if she appears, will I be happy? Absolutely. And I'm so hyped for Star Wars right now. So hyped for Star Wars. Can't wait for Ahsoka. And probably should end the stream here. I will get to mailbag sometime tomorrow, and we will
Wait.
What?
I'm going to show you the new slate of the CJH Entertainment.
Okay.
Next couple.
Show us the slate gun. I mean, CJH. Show us the slate gun, CJH.
So, Superhero Fans Unleashed.
Unleashed fans. Uh-oh. That sounds dangerous. That sounds awesome. Okay.
We're going to talk about superheroes.
Cool, cool. I thought you were having superhero fatigue, though.
The watch party of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Cool, cool. I like all the original TMNT.
Star Wars Fans Unleashed, where we talk Star Wars.
Cool, cool.
Solo, the watch party.
I could have sworn we watched Solo together.
No, we didn't. And then season 3 of the CJH Entertainment.
A reboot?
The relaunch.
Oh, it's a relaunch. Go support CJH. Thank you, brother. I'll be there for some of those things, and I'll check it out on the replay when I can. Go support Anthony and go support Crazy Joe, who's wearing a Super Dad shirt. Do you think you represent that shirt?
No, this is in support of Jonathan Kent, who is a super dad. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard rumors that you're a super dad.
My kids gave me that for Father's Day one.
Oh, see, There you go. There you go. CGH rebrand. Solo no bueno. I like Solo enough that it's fun. I could have sworn we watched that together, me, you, and George.
No. We were going to, and then
I think we did.
Things didn't plan out.
I remember watching it again. Although I have a bad memory, but I do think I did. I think I did.
You might have watched it on your own, probably.
I'm gonna have to ask George. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, and don't worry about the Marvels. It's fine.
They're going to be marvelous.
Oh, God. Bye, everyone.